kittens! Welcome back to another episode of Dective Pikachu Returns. We are back on the case today. Who stole the jewel? Will we find out today? Fingers crossed we do. I have some theories though. I was doing some thinking last night about this case. Like a proper detective, really. With a brew. I got the conspiracy whiteboard out. I'm only joking. I do actually have a whiteboard, but I didn't do that. I'm just playing into it here. But yeah, there's some theories running around. I still think the new guy has something to do with it, because I remembered something that I forgot to bring up on yesterday's episode, which is he is new, and also he feeds the Pokemon, and all the Pokemon have reported feeling sleepy after having breakfast, so I think he is definitely involved. I think, at the moment, my theory is this: he was hired by the wife, and the wife and him are in cahoots, and also that Pawniard is involved as well. Whether that's his partner Pokemon, perhaps we shall see. But that's my theory at the minute. I guess we'll have to wait to find out. I definitely think, I'm like more positive that the wife is involved. But that Turner guy, I think his name's Turner, I'm also highly suspicious of as well. So yeah, hopefully we're going to finish that today. Right, I'll just tell Nightbot to join the chat. I'm enjoying the game so far. I have seen it's getting mixed reviews. I think it's because it doesn't really deviate much from the first game in terms of the mechanics and things, but you know, not everything has to add a load of new stuff to be good. I enjoyed the first game and I'm enjoying this. It's a Pokemon mystery game basically, and you know, I like Pokemon and I like solving mysteries, so for me it's a good combination. I hope we're all well anyway. I hope everyone's having a nice day. Right, have I done everything this time? I forgot to tweet yesterday, so I'm just double checking. Yes, the tweet has actually gone out. Nightbot is in the chat. Excellent, we're good to go. Ugh, I can't believe I didn't even promote yesterday's stream on Twitter. Mind you, Twitter's a freaking dumpster fire these days anyway, isn't it, chat? Anyways, if you like what you see and you want to support the channel and the content, check out all the links in the stream description or video description. It all helps the channel out, and there's loads of different rewards available for helping the channel out. We have Fansly for daily life and spice, food, fitness, sports reactions, loads of cosplay pictures going up this month for October, which obviously are Halloween themed. We've also got Patreon with things like multiplayer, birthday cards, Christmas cards, Wall of Heroes that you can see on the left, and on top of that, Discord and things like that. And then we have channel membership with emotes and badges for the live chat and the comment section, but it all goes a long way to supporting me. And we have, of course, direct tips with alerts, special alerts depending on the amounts, and obviously we do special streams per goals hit. So check out all the ways to support if you're interested. If not, I appreciate all of you lurking, hanging out, commenting, and watching the VODs. So let's dive in to the game. Let's go. I'm looking forward to this. Missing Jewel. Let's do it. So we've just entered the park. We haven't done any exploring of the park. That seems like a good place to postpone and start episode 2 with. So here we are. Search for the red Pokemon. That's the plan. I love this music. Oh, there's the bunny. We picked up a side case. Find a practice partner for the soccer boy. Here we go. What gave it away? It could be the soccer ball, maybe.
Raboot.
Raboot. Score a hat trick. Oh, this is the second form, isn't it? The middle evolution. So, Cinderace and Scorbunny is the first evolution, the baby form, and then Cinderace is the final form. I always forget what the middle form is called. What it's called, so here we go. Oh, it's a Raboot. What are you up to? Raboo! You're just about to do some dribbling practice here by yourself? That sounds so bad. I'm just gonna dribble in the park. Dribbling practice. Yeah, Raboot are really good at that kind of footwork. They're always practicing. In that case, Raboot might be willing to join some soccer games. You're right, and this one says it's got some really impressive techniques. Hey, Raboot, I know a kid that'd love to kick a ball around with you. If you got some time, would you be willing to play with him? Rabu! You will? Great. That's great. I'll go get him. I'm turning into Tony the Tiger. That's great! Frosties! Those eyes, they look really fired up. This Pokemon is the coolest, Mr. Detective. Try talking to it. I'm sure it will be willing to practice with you. Really? Hey, Rabu, want to play soccer with me? Rabu, Rabu. It nodded. Thank you, Rabu. Okay, let's get this practice started. We're gonna win the match for sure. Good luck. Hope you do well. Thanks. I hope we can be friends, Rabu. Who likes soccer or football, depending on which side of the pond you're on? Never been a fan, personally. I don't mind watching the odd game here and there, like if it's a World Cup, I might tune in a little bit, but other than that, I don't really watch football. I hated it in school. I hated being forced to play football in school. In fact, I didn't like most sports in school. What were the ones I actually enjoyed? Tennis I enjoyed. Hated rounders, hated netball, and then when I started to like netball, that's when I had an accident, and I actually got a scar above my lip, which you can't really see in most photos. But yeah, I'm scarred like above my lip because I got tripped up in netball and I like proper like scraped all my face and my knees and everything. And I was off school for a little bit. But yeah, when I started to like it, that's when I got into an accident, and then after that I hated it again. So that was sad. Hockey, I liked hockey as well. So hockey and tennis was pretty much the only sports in school I enjoyed. I guess soccer players don't need words to hit it off when they share love of the game. Yeah, even without speaking the same language, they seem to understand each other's feelings. I mean, I've watched all of the Wrexham TV series, though, because it's just so wholesome and heartwarming. Like, I don't particularly like the sport, but I like, you know, the friendships and bonds people make sharing that same love for football. I think I'd probably, if I went to a game, I'd probably like it, to be honest, you know. It's just like, I guess it's a different experience not being part of that atmosphere. Someone seems to have planted a tree right in the middle of the path. It's such an inconvenience. Pseudo-Woodo. He's not that big. You can just walk around him, woman. Look, it's that easy. You're lazy. Ooh! That's the cute Pokemon. Ribombi. Have some pollen puffs. It's so adorable. Look at its eyes glistening at me. I feel like it's filled with hopes and dreams. Can I have some of your hopes and dreams, please? Oh, look! A Ribombi. Ribombi mix pollen and nectar to make all kinds of different puffs. A boom bomb! Boom bomb! It's dropping some sick beats at me. It sure seems busy. It's a busy it's not a bee though, it's a busy... What is it? A moth? A butterfly? Ribombi. Well, no, because it is called Ribombi, so I guess it is a bee, but it doesn't look like a bee. It looks... I think it looks more moth-like, personally. Apparently it's making pollen puffs for its cutie fly to eat. Those little bugs have big appetites while they're growing up, so it's got to prepare a ton of food. Sounds like a lot of work. Let's just watch and try not to get in the way. Yeah, let's not get in the way of that. Whoa!
You there! Wait, you wouldn't happen to be that great detective duo, would you?
I love your hair, dude. Charles Murlock! What a name! There's some amazing names in this game.
I am such a huge fan of yours!
Master Murlock! Oh dear, I forgot to introduce myself. Oh my god. Who else thinks he's hot, though? Like, I'm sorry, but, you know... Science Man can do all sorts of scientific experiments on me. My name is Charles Murlock. I think he's a science guy. He's got the white, you know, white big shirt on. I'm a scientist, there we go. Working here in Rhyme City to deepen our understanding of Pokemon. A scientist, huh? What's that? You'd like to hear more about what I do? Actually, my research has been recognised by Mayor Myers himself. Look at his— oh god, my face cam is hiding it though. Like, he has these really smug expressions for all of his character art, and it's just like swoon. Now I'm helping out with a new policy that he and the city council are working on. You might say I'm the brains behind Rhyme City's latest policies. This guy's intense. And he seems like the type who doesn't even listen to what others are saying. If you two great detectives have any questions for me, by all means fire away. After all, I have something in common with the both of you. We're all working to help Rhyme City. We're all coming from the same place, comrades with the same goals. So I'm prepared to answer any questions you have. Thank you? Guess our only choice is to play along for a bit. What a drag. I kind of feel like he's— because of the smugness of his profile pictures and also like how helpful he's already being, I am suspicious. No one is that nice! No one is that handsome!
Excuse me?
What sort of research are you doing, Mr. Murlock? My research explores the nature of communication between people and Pokemon. Sounds complicated. What? You can talk to a Pikachu! You can literally talk to a Pikachu! And you're like, communication with Pokemon is difficult! No, it's quite simple, really. We're just trying to help people understand human language. Imagine what that'd do for Rhyme City. It'd make life here so much more entertaining and simple. A whole city where people and Pokemon could go back and forth like we can, huh? That really would make Rhyme City an even better place. Don't you think? Helping with a policy.
Excuse me?
What exactly do you do to help the mayor with the policy developments? My domain is science, not politics. I can't actually propose new legislation. What I can do, though, is develop new machines and equipment. Fair enough, you are a science man. Also help distribute them to the people and Pokemon of Rhyme City. I'm proud to contribute to my city with the power of science. The power of science compels you! That's wonderful. Isn't it? Mayor Myers came up with the idea for a bill to help people and Pokemon coexist, so I feel duty-bound to use my position as a scientist to support it. Sounds like he's warming up for a speech. He's already, like, mid-speech, to be honest, it feels like. I can tell how passionate you are about improving the city.
Oh, can I ask you a favor, Pikachu? Would you allow me to give you a quick health exam? Ow! Hey, what'd you just do to me?
Pluck out some fur, maybe? Plucked out some Pikachu fur and put it in his pocket test tube. What a phrase. Oh dear, is Pikachu upset with me? You kind of asked if you could do it and then you didn't wait for the answer. I only plucked a bit of fur and the test results should be ready in just a moment. What exactly are you doing? This is a machine I created at Mayor Myers' request. It can measure a Pokemon's vital signs in record time. In other words, it's made to quickly check a Pokemon's health. I'd say that's a good thing for both people and their partners, wouldn't you? Yeah, it sure sounds like it. Way to bury the ledge. Okay, it's ready now, let me see. What does it say? It's detecting caffeine! Pikachu is just, like, totally fueled on caffeine. I think you might be a bit addicted, Pikachu, to caffeine. Did someone say caffeine? Seeing as he's working as a detective, I figured this was no ordinary Pikachu, but these results are truly fascinating. Hello, Mr. Murlock? Oh, don't forgive me. Do forgive me, sorry, don't forgive me. No forgiveness. Do forgive me, he's quite alright, no problems at all. I suppose his... What? What? How do I say that? Triglycerides. Triglycerides? What? Are a bit high for a Pokemon? Whatever Charles said, I don't even know how to say that word. My what? He does seem slightly different from a regular Pikachu, though. Huh? Is there something weird about me? Yes, there is. You wear a hat, you are addicted to coffee. You thought putting on a bit of whimsicott fluff made you, like, in disguise. Well, now that you've finished your checkup, I think we better get going. Ah yes, sorry to take up so much of your time. Good luck. Great detectives. Thank you. Okay. Come on, Pikachu, stop sulking and let's go. Hi! That word again. Grumble. I'm censoring the word now since I can't say it. I'm pretty sure I butchered it already. What's that say? What's that sign say? No seeds? Or something? There's a hand with, like, what look like seeds or something. Don't plant seeds, maybe? I'm guessing it's maintained by a groundsperson and they choose which flowers to plant. A lynx! Lynx Lee! There sure are a lot of amazing Pokemon around. These ones are so well coordinated. They are, actually. Okay, I can't interact with that anymore. Thanks for your help, Detective. I've decided I'm going to spend all day today just playing with Lillipup.
Great.
That sounds nice. I'm sure he'll be happy. Yeah, he told me that all he wants to do is play. Searching for Lillipup really tired me out, but playing together makes it easy to forget my exhaustion and have fun. Oh, I'm glad we reunited them. That was a side quest, remember? Pup Pup, we started and finished it yesterday. We're just kind of like speaking to them after the fact. Be careful not to get lost again, okay? Yeah, don't get lost. Don't get lost and don't get sad. Stay by your partner.
This is the top, yeah?
Wasn't even that many stairs,
Look
Pikachu.
at that, Pikachu.
Huh?
From here you have a perfect view of the dentist residence.
Convenient.
Hmm.
Hey Tim, what are you thinking? I'm thinking that's the very window that got broken. And the feathers were by the window. And it's convenient that this very spot looks at that window and at the residence. I'm pretty sure that's the window, the one in front of the dual storage room. A Pokemon capable of flying could go straight into the mansion from here. Yeah, if our thief was getting help from a Pokemon, this would be the perfect vantage point. This is where the Whimsicott usually meet up with Pawniard, right? That's what they said, but I don't see it anywhere. What's that on the floor, though? There's like, disturbed leaves? To the right there, I think? If it was here earlier, maybe it left some kind of sign. Well, Pawniard are known for their blades. It's not much, but it's the only lead we've got. We better get looking. Take it or leave it. These torn up leaves have rough, uneven edges. Do you suppose Pawniard did that? They look to me like they were bitten, not cut. They do, actually. Why would a Pokemon bite the leaves? It's Caterpie! This cotton. It probably fell here when the Whimsicott were playing with Pawniard. Okay. Any other clues? This? Oh, this is a clue. Slashes on the rock. What's up with this rock? It's covered in gashes. Has something been scratching at it? These gashes look like they were left by something sharp, like a blade. I doubt a human would be strong enough to make clean cuts like these. Why is something cutting up the rock? That's bizarre. That's bizarre. Right, Pikachu's saying we can deduce now. The red Pokemon that entered the mansion is clearly involved in this incident somehow. Look for that Pokemon in Rhyme City. Begin deducing.
Okay.
Did you figure out where the red Pokemon is? It's possible that the torn-up leaves with rough, uneven edges were left by Pawniard, who was eating them. Pawniard must be near the leaves. Pawniard and Whimsicott apparently play together often since they flew to the Dennis residence together. We might be able to find Pawniard if we search inside the mansion. It's highly likely that the slash marks left on the rocks were made by Pawniard. That's proof that Pawniard comes to the terrace. It could be any of these two, though. I don't think it's this one. I'm going to go with the rock one. Could be wrong, though. Good. We did find a rock that was covered in slashes, as if it had been cut up by sharp blades. Maybe those slashes were made by Pawniard. That's definitely the rock that the Whimsicott were talking about. So, if we go to where the rock is, we might find Pawniard there. Oh, it's the rock they were talking about? Why did I think the rock they were talking about would be a small rock? I think it's because, if you remember, one of my theories was like, it likes like a little precious rock, basically, which is why it was kind of used to help steal the jewel, because it's like a similar size, but this is a boulder. I wouldn't even say that's a rock. That's a big-ass boulder to me. So I was just picturing a small rock, not that. Alright, let's take a look around the rock. Yeah, looks like we're stuck between a rock and a hard place, chap. Hey. Can you think of any way to draw Pawniard here? He's quite protective of the rock, so sing near the rock. We will rock you! I'm gonna climb on it. I think that's like the way to get the attention of Pawniard. Whimsicott said that Pawniard got angry when they stepped on the rock. Oh yeah, you're right, good memory. Maybe Pawniard will show up if we climb on it. Worth a shot, let's give it a try. Like, yeah. Do a little dance, Pikachu. How's this? I just hope it's actually here to see this. Ah, what? He does not like it. I got a shiny of this recently. It's in the shorts section if anyone's interested. It's bloody odd. It was about 2 weeks ago, I think. Just like Whimsicott said. Pon, paw, pon. Okay, it's saying, darest thou tread upon my cherished rock? What is the meaning of this? Thine answer shall determine thy fate. I will show thee no mercy. I wasn't expecting it to talk like that. Wait, what? Wow, it's really angry. Sorry, we just wanted to find you. We weren't trying to mess with your rock or anything. Oh, thank goodness. It said it'll forgive us, but just this once. Oh, you want to know why we were looking for you? Fair enough. We've got some questions we'd like to ask you. Would you mind talking with us for a bit? It says it'll talk. Good. About the Dennis residence, let's ask that first. We heard from some Whimsicott that they went to Mr. Dennis's mansion. Were you the one who went there with them? Fun! Pawniard's not sure if it was the same place, but it vaguely remembers going to a big house. It says it enters the house together with the Whimsicott. How did you get inside the mansion? No way! I'm screen grabbing that. He's flying. Apparently Pawniard likes to get picked up and flown around by Whimsicott. That is adorable. So you think you might have gotten inside the mansion that way. How can he forget that this is the way he got into the mansion? Like, this seems like an amazing experience. Did you happen to cut a jewel case when you were in the mansion? So you can remember the sensation of cutting through something, but the rest is a blur? This is important, so please try to remember. It says its mind feels all foggy and it just can't remember what was going on at the time. Oh, that's weird. So maybe he was used and he doesn't even realise it? That sure makes things difficult. Why would he not remember? And why would he lash out? Maybe he lashed out in fear. So you've been travelling all over as part of your journey to warriorhood? I'm sorry, did you say journey to warriorhood? Apparently it travels all over the place to practice and improve its moves. That explains the slashing up of the boulder. Not the rock, the boulder! It says that because it was born with these blades, it wishes nothing more than to master them. If Pawniard is that proud of its blades, I bet they have razor-sharp edges. It says it can easily slice a rock in two. This might sound a bit strange, but you haven't punched anyone recently, have you? It can't really punch because it doesn't have fists. It only has blades for hands. If it punched somebody, it would literally, like, impale them in the face. This is what I said on the last episode. I said I don't think it can punch somebody. Pawniard says it's never punched a single person or Pokemon in its life. Good point. You could cut something with those hands of yours, but you definitely couldn't punch it. Yeah, on second thought, you wind up with a different injury if you were punched by a Pawniard. Are there any other Pawniard in the city besides you? You would end up with a splitting headache, Tim. That's what you'd end up with. What's it saying? Apparently it's never seen any other Pawniard. Ducklet time. Have you seen Ducklet around? It hasn't seen her. Great, where could Ducklet have gone? That's everything. We finally managed to find Pawniard, but we weren't able to learn anything useful. Yeah, and some of what it said even contradicted testimony we gathered earlier. Maybe we could get more information if we had proof that Pawniard entered the mansion. It's asking if we're done here so we can get back to training. What sort of training does it do? It's planning on cutting rocks and things to sharpen its skills and blades. Cut rocks? Wow. Would it be willing to demonstrate for us? Good idea. It would be a big help to see what a cut from Pawniard really looks like. Now remember, the cut on the box was a straight horizontal slice. It was like a perfect horizontal slice. But we can actually see on this boulder already that these slashes are like diagonals. So I don't think it was actually Pawniard that cut the box now. But we'll see. I could be wrong. He might do a horizontal slice. It says it will happily grace us with a demonstration. Thank you. We'll watch quietly so you can focus. Again. Diagonal. It's different, isn't it? I'm sure it was like perfectly horizontal, the slash in the storage room. I'll have to double check that. This clean slice and the metallic sound Pawniard's blade made when it made contact. It all matches with what we know of the crime scene. That means the Pokemon that entered the mansion must have been Pawniard. But neither Whimsicott nor Pawniard remembers clearly. What's up with that? Isn't it? I thought the slash was perfectly horizontal. Maybe I'm misremembering. I can't imagine that the Pokemon are lying, though. Their behaviour was pretty unusual, but there must be a good reason for it. We've looked all over the place, but we haven't seen Ducklet anywhere. Apparently she almost got caught earlier, but then ran away. So maybe she's hiding somewhere. Then how are we going to find her? We need to figure out, like, where is, like, a comfort spot for her that she might go when she's, like, scared or something. The search for Ducklet appears to have gone cold, and she could have important testimony to share. Consider the clues at the crime scene to deduce how to find her. We couldn't get much useful information from Pawniard. I think Ducklet is our only good lead. I guess we need to keep asking around then. I don't know, maybe she got scared and went into the building? If she did, it'll be really hard for just the two of us to find her. Yeah, how should we look for her then? Good question. How about we ask a Pokemon to help us? A Pokemon? Yeah, Pokemon have all sorts of special skills. Growlithe! Growlithe will be able to sniff out Ducklet's scent, surely. Maybe there's a Pokemon that can help us find Ducklet. Do you think it would be willing to help us though? I'm sure one of the Pokemon in the dentist residence would gladly help us out. After all, the theft happened in their own home. Good point, let's go back to the mansion and ask the Pokemon there for help. I'm going to say Growlithe, because Growlithe is feeling bad about the jewel being stolen in the first place. And guilty as well.
So, your hands are blades, huh? Wow, that's pretty neat.
Yeah, don't shake on it. You'll lose a hand, Pikachu. And that's not good. Pikachu has cute hands. We don't want Pikachu losing hands. How wonderful to meet you, Detective. Seriously, it's an honor.
Yes.
Oh yeah, nice to meet you too. Can I help you, or... Oh, do you really not know who I am? I'm kind of a big deal on Rhyme University campus, and I know you got to school. You go to school there too. Know anything about this so-called big deal, Tim? Now that I think of... They call me the quiz professor. Oh no, don't ask me questions about Pokemon. Unless it's like the first 150, I'm not gonna know anything. I'm actually still a student, but that's what they call me. And this is my partner, Toucanon. Just looks angry. The way its eyes are just make it look like it's filled with rage and like it's gonna be mean to me. It's gonna be a 2 bully. Instead of Toucanon, a 2 bully. So you're the quiz professor? That's me. I'm majoring in Pokemon studies. I can't resist sharing the knowledge I've learned, so I quiz all sorts of people. That explains the nickname. This quiz professor is definitely on the eccentric side. Cano. I'll admit, you got me there. A Pikachu doing detective work is pretty eccentric too. Why don't we celebrate our meeting with a quiz? No! No, don't ask me questions. I've not had enough coffee. We're pretty busy working on a case right now. Okay, here's the first question. No fucks given. I'm gonna ask the questions anyway. In one ear and out the other. Ah, well, guess it can't hurt to play along. I guess here goes nothing. What Pokemon catches prey using its long tongue? The Pokemon in question is somewhere in this very city, so get out there and look for it. What's your tongue like, Toucanon? Mind opening up that beak of yours? I know. Nothing extraordinary there. Thanks anyway. It does have a long tongue though, but its beak is used, not the tongue. A Pokemon with a long tongue, huh? If there's one nearby, it shouldn't take too long for us to find. Well, when you find the Pokemon in question, come tell me. I'll be waiting here. Answer correctly and I'll even teach you some trivia about it. The Pokemon that comes to mind that has a long tongue is a Lickitung. But I haven't seen a Lookalika tongue. I haven't seen. Oh my god, I haven't seen a Lickitung yet. But we should look for a Lickitung. There we go. Because that's I mean, this is a bee though. Beautifly has a long tongue because it still counts as a tongue, doesn't it? We haven't gone up here yet, so let's just have a look over here. Sudowoodo! I really love this Pokemon. I don't know why, I just think it's such a cool, fun, delightful, happy, chappy Pokemon. I was just thinking this was an odd place for a tree, but it's actually a Pokemon. Yeah, that's a Sudowoodo. They have a habit of pretending to be trees. Pseudo! Look at it! It's so joyous! Shaking its leafy ball hands at me. You're practicing your tree imitation? Does it have to practice right here? Seems like it'll block a lot of foot traffic. They're actually just trolls as well. Like, they decide to pretend to be trees right in a foot flow area. Yeah, true. Hey, Sudowoodo, if you want to practice, you should try doing it somewhere else. This location totally blows your cover. Sudowoodo! I'd love to know the IQ of a Sudowoodo, because the way it looks makes it seem like it's not very smart, but I'd love it if it was like hyper intelligent and really it just likes to troll everybody. That sure seemed to send it into a panic. I wouldn't say a panic, it just strolled away. I guess it thought it was blending in perfectly. I think you're not giving Pseudo-Woodo the credit it deserves. Look at it. It's a genius. This is a fountain for Pokemon to drink from. My Tessarina, I think, really loves the water. Very beautiful Pokemon with its long flowing hair and what looks like a crown, really. Leon. Purr. This Pokemon is being awfully friendly. I could watch Purleon all day and never get bored. Fair enough. I don't think I could watch one Pokemon all day. Personally. Right, let's go back to the mansion. I think we've exhausted everything here except a long-tongued Pokemon. So actually, before we go back to the mansion, we'll just go back through town and see if we can find a long-tongued Pokemon. So what's everybody up to while watching the stream today? I haven't seen any comments in the live chat yet, so I'm kind of worried that the chat's broken. So please, somebody at least type a letter so I know it's not broken. I might actually refresh in a minute. I have had the chat break before, so when there's no comments in the chat, I'm kind of like, oh god, has it broke again? It got away. It seems real scared of humans. It did this before. It was waiting in the entrance on yesterday's episode, and then as soon as we got close, it scuttled away. So I think we've got to advance the case first to trigger the next event. With whatever that is. I absolutely love the music in this city. Hey, Phoenix, cheers! Thank you! I can rest easy now. Long tongue. That's what we're looking for. A long-tongued Pokemon. None of these are long-tongued.
Whoa!
We don't have any reason to go that way. What about in the coffee shop? Let's just check. No long-tongued Pokemon here. You don't have a long tongue. Just a round body. No, nothing in here. I'm trying to think who else. Like, what Pokemon have long tongues? Can anyone think of any Pokemon with long tongues other than Lickitung? What's that Pokemon? Oh shit. Greninja? Is that his tongue that's also his scarf? I feel like it looks like a tongue, but I don't actually know. I'm not like a walking Pokedex or anything. You don't have a long tongue. You don't have a long tongue. I don't know. I don't see any Pokemon that fit that bill, really. Ninja, yeah, and is it a tongue? Is it actually tongue? It looks like a tongue to me, so I always assumed it was. So they're like the main two Pokemon that I can think of that have long tongues, is Greninja and Lickitung. But I haven't seen either of those Pokemon, so I guess we'll have to wait a little bit. Do. You don't have a long tongue, do you? Fabled, can we ask you some questions? About special skills. She says she has a way better hearing than most Pokemon do. Ooh. I didn't know that about Clefable. Did you all realise Clefable has amazing hearing? I had no idea. Kecleon, Chameleon. Oh yeah, you're right. Thank you, Inugami. I forgot about that one. You can hear footsteps and voices coming from any room in the mansion. That's incredible. Now that you mention it, I'm pretty sure I've heard that Clefable can hear sounds over half a mile away. That's ridiculous. I would not think Clefable have super hearing just looking at this Pokemon at all. Half a mile? A human could never dream of having such hearing like that. Could you speak more softly, Tim? She says her ears are sensitive to loud noises. Oh no, I'm sorry, Clefable. I'll try to keep it down from now on. Hang on, well, wouldn't that mean living in a city would be a nightmare for a Clefable then? Because there's so many bustling noises, loud sounds, construction, vehicles. That would be a nightmare for a Clefable, surely.
Yes?
Oh, it's you. Isn't your investigation finished already? God, you're so impatient, Claudia. We know you're involved, Claudia. We know. I'm sorry, but it'll take a bit more time. This is absurd. We all know Barnes did it. Would you give it a rest, Claudia? Barnes just isn't the type of person who would do anything like this. Sounds an awful lot like wishful thinking to me. Did Claudia hire the new staff member? Because that is even worse if she did. Turner. I think his name is Turner. I'm really bad with names, so I'm trying to remember these characters' names. Barnes simply wanted the Aurora drop for himself. He's been acting as the perfect butler, but all these serving us is a platter of greed and deceit. Ooh, sassy. Just listen to yourself. How could you say that about a man who served us faithfully for so many years? Open your eyes already. Barnes has betrayed you. Please calm down, both of you. Barnes' Ducklet was sighted a few minutes ago. We're hoping that when we find Ducklet, we'll also find a clue. Oh, excellent. I'm certain you'll find proof that Barnes is innocent. And where is Ducklet now? She got away. We're about to go search for her. Huh. Such incompetence. Hurry up and find her. What are you doing? You're incompetent? What are you doing other than looking amazing in that superb 10 out of 10 outfit? It's not going to be easy finding Ducklet with just the two of us. Let's get some help from another Pokemon to search for Ducklet. I'm adamant we're going to need Growlithe's sniffing power. She says we can ask away. Do you have any special skills that might help us catch the thief? She says she's got a very keen nose. That's what we need. We need the sniffy snooter. That could come in handy. Maybe she can track something down by following its scent. That might work. Okay. How do we ask then? Oh, right, begin deducing.
Okay.
We found a Pokemon with the skills necessary to help us search for Ducklet. Let's think about the information we gathered. Sniff, sniff! Let's ask Growlithe to track down Ducklet's scent. Growlithe has a good nose. If Growlithe helps us, we might be able to follow Ducklet's scent. Eureka! Okay. Growlithe said she has a good sense of smell. Maybe we can use that to follow Ducklet's scent. We could sniff out Ducklet by tracking the scent she left at the scene of the crime. I bet Growlithe could do that no problem. Great idea, Tim. Easy.
Okay.
Let's ask Growlithe for help. I hope she can find Ducklet. I don't see why not. Growlithe, I've got a favour to ask of you. We need your excellent nose. I'd like your help to find Ducklet. It's possible that Ducklet is somehow mixed up in this incident. She might even know who stole the key from you. We really need your help to solve this case. Aw, what a good girl! I hope we've got treats to give her after she helps us. She deserves all the treats and all the belly rubs. You wanting to help Dennis? Great, thank you, Growlithe. You want me to ride on your back? Ah, so you can take me wherever the scent leads you. Got it. That should be a lot easier than trying to give directions at every turn. What do you think, Tim? You want us to track this scent down right away? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, can I leave it to you? You got it. Let's go, Growlithe.
Okay, let's do this.
Screenshots. Oh, that was adorable. She's excited. Solving crimes.
Sorry, but could you sit down for a second?
Oh my god, Pikachu. You need to get working out, Pikachu. Like, you needed help. You needed to be lifted up to climb. You struggled with the steps in the path. And now you can't even climb on top of a Growlithe. Oh my lord. This is... Pikachu has packed on some pounds. This is the first time I've ever given someone a ride. She says this is the first time she's ever given someone a ride. Okay, I didn't really need to read that out again. Oh, whoops. Sorry for repeating that. When it's just you and me talking, I guess I don't need to interpret for Tim. Anyway, let's get this search underway. How do you track the scent? I just sniff the ground and I can tell where the scent is strongest. Look for where the scent is strongest. Right, and there are still traces of Ducklet's scent inside the house. I think I can track her from here. Okay, then let's get going, Growlithe. Yeah. Hold down the R button while moving forward to sense... Follow the scent. Okay, you can get off Growlithe by going back to Tim. Can I sniff inside the bowl? This is cute. Oh, this is so cute! I look at him watching us, he's like, shit. I will be discovered. Growlithe's on the case. Officer Growlithe. I mean, it makes sense why Growlithe are always partnered with Officer Jenny. Sorry. Is that good at sniffing out clues? More scent around here. Ducklet always leaves this way when she takes walks and goes shopping. Her scent is still lingering here. If we follow that smell, we should be able to find Ducklet. Let's track the scent carefully, don't want to lose it. So I've been seeing a lot of videos popping up, like potential leaks that we're gonna get Pokemon Black and White, either full-on remakes or more games in that series. I'm hoping for remakes. They're remaking a lot of the games, aren't they? And I'm here for it. It's always nice to play those games with updated visuals. I'm still holding out hope for another Let's Go game, because I did really enjoy those. Do I have to, like, continuously hold this down? Yes, I do. Or can I just... Yeah. You can run a bit, like, there we go. You can go a bit faster by running a bit and just tapping R. So you don't have to stay sniffing. That's what she said. Where is it? Over here. She's in the bushes! Did you find her? Yes, I'm sure of it. Come on out, Ducklet. It's your pal Growlithe. Oh, so cute! Oh my gosh, she's got a matching bag. That is adorable. I was wondering who found me. It's good to see a friendly face. Wait, who's that on your back? Hi there, I'm the great Detective Pikachu. And you're a friend of Growlithe's? I'd like to think so. Putting that aside though, could you tell me why you're way out here? Some strange humans were chasing me. It was really scary. I don't know what I could have possibly done to make them so upset. Them humans, plural, too. They think you might have been involved in the crime. That will have just been the officers of the law, though. Sorry, I always like to say officers of the law rather than police. I don't know why. Chris said to me, if you're ever, like, face to face with a copper, don't call them officers of the law because they'll think you're being a smart ass. Not that I will ever be in trouble with the law. What crime? Something precious was stolen from the house, and you and Barnes are currently under suspicion. Say what? Neither of us would ever do something like that. I know, I don't think it was you. I'll need to ask you some questions to help prove your innocence, and Barnes too, is that alright? I guess. About you. I am Barnes' partner. You're always helping him out because he's so busy, right? Like when you buy beans at the High Hat Cafe. Barnes must have good taste, much like myself. You drink that black water too? I tried it once because Barnes seems to enjoy it so much, but I practically gagged when it hit my tongue, too bitter. Heh, it's a sophisticated flavour for sophisticated Pokemon. Yes, well, I'm sure I'll be sophisticated like that someday, just watch. You're already sophisticated, you've got a fashionable handbag. Can you tell me about Barnes? Barnes is my partner, he's a true gentleman. If you've met him, I'm sure you understand what I mean. Yep. Though I think I might have him beat in the gentleman department. Harsh disagree, Pikachu. Right, anyway, he's really good about telling me when I've done something well. I may not look like it, but I'm actually a really good swimmer. Barnes always compliments me when I show off my fancy swimming techniques in the fountain. No one that lovely could possibly be a bad person. Right? Right? Like I said, I don't think he did it. Don't worry, Ducklet. We'll clear Barnes' name. Thank you, Growlithe. Why are you here? Why are you hiding in the bushes? There must have been plenty of other places you could have picked. This is my favourite spot, and like I told you, I got chased around by a bunch of strangers. I was feeling pretty ruffled, so I came here to calm down. Gotcha. See that water over there? I love bathing in it. Okay. Oh yeah, maybe I should try it too. Whoa there, Growlithe. Aren't you a fire type? Pretty sure a bath's a bad idea. The Charizard training. Live through the Charizard training for Charicific Valley. Good point. Walking by the waterside feels lovely too. It's nice and cool without all the wetness. Sweet, I'll try that instead. Thanks, Ducklet. Okay, at the time of the incident. What were you up to this morning before the incident occurred? All I did was eat breakfast, like always. Then I got really sleepy again. Another Pokemon saying they got sleepy after they ate breakfast. And we know the new guy is feeding the Pokemon. So he's put something in the food. If you fell asleep after breakfast, when did you go out? Well, at some point, Turner woke me up. I usually go out shopping right after Barnes asked me to. But today I was in a hurry because I overslept, so I rushed to grab my bag and I flew out from the window on the second floor. And you're sure it was Turner who woke you up? Turner! Yes, I'm sure. And Growlithe, you fell asleep too? Yep, but I only today after breakfast. I guess I ate so much I got sleepy. Do you two always eat your meals together? Not usually, no. I always eat with Cramorant. What? There's a Cramorant in the house? Yep. Cramorant is Turner's partner. Huh? Is that so? Bit strange that Turner never mentioned that. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So according to your story, Ducklet, you were out on an errand when the crime took place. But because you were asleep earlier, you're not sure exactly what time you left? Yeesh, if ever Ducklet doesn't know anything, how are we going to solve this case? If Ducklet doesn't know anything, even. You mean we might never find the jewel? No, we've still got one more lead, the Cramorant that Ducklet mentioned. We haven't even seen that Cramorant anywhere, actually. I'm wondering why we never saw it in the mansion. How long has Cramorant been gone? I don't know, by the time I noticed he was already gone. We should probably go talk to him then. Can you track down Cramorant by scent? If you have something with Cramorant's scent on it, then sure. I don't suppose you could use this. That's one of Cramorant's feathers. Just as I thought. Good thing I picked it up earlier. With that, I can definitely track Cramorant's scent. I said about the different coloured blue feathers. I was kind of thrown off because the chest section of Ducklet is a darker blue. So I was kind of like... I checked a few pictures on Google yesterday when we were live, and some images had a darker blue chest area than others. So I wasn't overly sure. I was like, it could be a feather from Ducklet's chest area rather than the rest of the body area. But I did originally say I think that's a different... Pokemon's feathers. Now we just have to figure out where to pick up the trail. Since Cramorant seems to have left the mansion, we should probably try around the front gate. And also, actually, that would mean the wife, when she said that she saw a blue Pokemon flying past the window, and it must be Ducklet. At least she wasn't lying about it being a blue Pokemon, but I guess she just mistook it for Ducklet. Well, the fact that Ducklet knows Cramorant means that that is a Pokemon that's hung around within the mansion itself. So, I don't know, maybe she's just not, like, in the know about everything. He is a new staff member, maybe she didn't know that his partner was a Cramorant. So there could be a possible explanation for that. Okay, so let's go check around the front gate. What should I do? I'm really worried about Barnes. I understand how you feel, but if you go home now, things will probably just get more complicated. Can you wait here a little longer while we solve the case? Okay, please, I'm counting on the both of you. Take care of Barnes. Leave it to us. Right then, let's go, Growlithe. Go back to the mansion. Hello, Pikachu. You sure look cheerful, Pearlian. What a smile. Oh, so they have new text now. So before we were talking about the possibilities of long-tongued Pokemon. If it's Kecleon, that Pokemon can go invisible, can't it? So maybe that's why I've not seen it. Someone must have replanted that tree in the flower bed, but when? It's not a tree, it's a Pokemon. I don't think I would ever mistake that for a tree. It's got a face. Mind you, there are some trees. There's an amazing Twitter account, actually, that I can't remember specifically what it's called, but it shares, like, loads of trees or plants or things like that. Even fruit that look like they've got a face, and I just find it fascinating because some of them look like they're straight out of like a fantasy book or something. It's really cool. What's going on? What do I do? What's up, Ribombee? You look panicked. My dear Cutiefly went out to gather nectar, but they haven't come back. It never takes them this long. I'm so worried. What if something happened? Ribombee seems really upset. I'd like to help, but Cutiefly are really tiny Pokemon. It'd be tough to find them in such a big city. I don't even know where they usually gather nectar. How do you not know this? Let's see. Hey Growlithe, do you think you could track down the Cutiefly with your nose? Definitely. I've already picked up the scent of the nectar from Ribombee. And if we follow that scent, we should be able to find the Cutiefly. Could you really? That would be incredible. Could you please go find my dear Cutiefly? We're on it. How many Cutiefly went out to gather nectar? 2. I'll be waiting here. Please bring them to me if you find them. 2 Cutiefly coming right up. Let's go. I don't know if you guys are happy for me to do these side quests. We're kind of just doing them though now. I love how we're in the middle of an important case and I'm just like doing all these side missions. There was no need for that. There's a sweet smell wafting down from that tree. It's too high for us to reach, though. Hey, GadgetGirlKylie, can you hear me? Cutie! Who's there? I was napping so peacefully. Wait, are you saying you didn't come back because you were napping? Rabombi's been so worried about you. Oh no, I didn't realize so much time had passed. I'd found such a nice napping spot that I couldn't resist dozing off a little. Must be nice to live such a carefree life. Anyway, I'm glad you're safe. Thanks for telling me. I'll go right home. Okay, so there's one. So we need another cutie patootie fly. Don't feel too bad, Growlithe. Nobody's mad at you for sleeping. You were drugged. It wasn't your fault. Maybe I should go back, because the scent seems to have disappeared from here, so I'm just going to go back to where we were. Which was the right call, it seems. Lickitung! The long-tongued Pokemon! Licked every flavor life has to offer? Impressive! Wow, Lickitung has some stories to tell. Aren't there any fleet tweets anywhere? Lickitung sure has a long tongue. Lickitung might be the answer to that trivia question. Guess I'll tell Tim later, then we can visit the quiz professor together. Nice. Oh, come on, Lickitung. Stop the game. She keeps getting distracted. She keeps getting distracted and licking everything. I can smell something sweet in the bush. There might be a Cutiefly in there. Hey, Cutiefly, if you're in there, come on out, please. No issues here. It's fun story. Yeah, I agree, actually. I'm really liking the little side stuff. Hey, calm down. We're not here for your nectar. Oh, really? Sorry. I thought you were here to steal the nectar I gathered. Odds too? Was there someone else? That's right. A Pokemon keeps coming to steal my nectar. That's why I hid here. Oh, there you are. Look, it's back. Lickitung! Give me them of your sweet tweets. Lickitung, so you're the one causing problems for Cutiefly. No, I'm not. I just want a little nectar. That's all. I think it's talking with a bit of a lisp, isn't it? With a tongue like yours, you'd take all the nectar Cutiefly has in one lick, and I think you'd probably swallow Cutiefly at the same time as well. Or maybe, but I want some... No, something sweet. Then why don't you come see Rabombi? If you do, I'll share some of the pollen puffs Rabombi makes for us. Really? Yay, okay, I guess I can wait for now. Yeesh, what a pest. Anyway, can you go on back to Rabombi now? Yes, thank you, Pikachu and Growlithe. I'm glad we found Cutiefly. That's all thanks to your nose. Much appreciated, Growlithe. Well, we found both Cutiefly. I knew I could count on you, Growlithe. A compliment. I have to tell Sanji about this later. You two might not speak the same language, but he definitely seems to understand your feelings. Why don't we head back and make sure those Cutiefly made it back to Rabombi? Got it. I'll head back now. Pikachu, Growlithe, thank you so much. Both Cutiefly came home safely. No need to thank us, just glad to have another case closed. Thanks to Growlithe's nose. Good job coming straight home, Cutiefly. Sorry we worried you. Cutiefly, please promise me 2 things from now on. 1, don't go anywhere dangerous. 2, don't goof around on your way home. Okay, I promise. I promise. To be fair, the second one was being harassed by Lickitung, so... You know, it was just trying to protect the nectar that it gathered. Back to the mansion, chat. You are a pest, Lickitung. A pest. Well, did you get a whiff of Cramorant's scent? Yes, I've got it. It's still quite strong, so Cramorant was probably walking around here this morning. So we just need to follow that scent. Okay, Growler, follow your nose. I love how the scent colours are all different. This is just giving me strong vibes of this game back on the PS2, which I'm sure many of you have heard of, called A Dog's Life. That game was my jam back in the day. It was so fun. It was such an odd, weird, obscure game. So you played as a dog and, like, you know, you basically would use your nose, you would play pranks and things, and there was loads of collectibles. I don't remember too much about the story, but it was just... I'm sure there was some kind of dog vision in the game as well. So there wasn't just, like, following scents, but there was also dog vision, and the scents were different colours depending on what they were for. So let me know if you remember A Dog's Life, and if you played it. It was fun. It was a good game. It wasn't, like, graphically impressive or anything. It was one of those, like, lower budget games. There it is. Hey, Pikachu, over there. Could that be? Do you think the jewel is inside Cramorant? Cramorant, gulping gourmand. It looks so silly. In Squalor Paradise. What? What a weird description for that Pokemon. Yes, it's Cramorant. Must be feeling pretty carefree to fall asleep in a place like this. We've been looking for you, Cramorant. What? Oh, hey, it's Growlithe. What are you doing here? That's what I'd like to ask you. What's going on? Sorry to bother you when you just woke up, but do you think you could answer some questions? Who are you? No need to be scared. I'm the great Detective Pikachu, and I'm here to help you. Great D-What's-It Pika who? Oh my god, what a put down. Pikachu is my friend, and he has some questions for you, Cramorant. Still don't know what's going on, but sure. What you want to ask me, dude? Let's ask about Cramorant first. Are you Turner's partner Pokemon? Sure am, dude. What about it? We were worried about you because you weren't at home. Really? My bad. Just very carefree attitude right now. Can you tell me about Turner? Turner's my partner. He's a good dude. Dude? Me and him go way back. Cramorant is always helping Turner out with his duties at home. If Turner calls for me, I head right over no matter where he is. I even go shopping with him, dude. If he needs something carried, I'll just swallow it. Okay, if it works, I guess. Wait, you swallow it? Is that safe for anyone? It's fine, dude. Just rub my back and I'll hawk up whatever's filling my tum. Lickety-split. Bleh. More like lickety-spit. Birdum. But I guess Cramorant are kind of built for that. I think the jewel is inside. Cramorant. Why were you sleeping out here of all places? Because I got really sleepy after I ate breakfast. Okay, but why... Okay, so Cramorant was affected by the food as well. If Cramorant was involved, then that kind of makes no sense why Turner would drug his own Pokemon, though. Hey, me too. Whoa, really? So Ducklet and the others all fell asleep. After that, Turner woke me up and I flew right out the house. Why did he wake you? Because, what was it again? He said to go to the back alley, I think? You don't even remember that? Yeesh, what a guy. I kind of fell asleep a few times on my way here too, but in the end I made it. I was so sleepy, but right when I was about to zonk out, I found this choice bed. What bed? You're on nothing but slab! Where's the bed? So I took a nap. He's talking about me, by the way. Oh, Cramorant slept on top of Trubbish. Trubbish was the bed. Oh my gosh. You thought Trubbish was a bed? Yeah, dude, like super squishy. Isn't Trubbish meant to be smelly though? Because it's like a trash Pokemon? I don't know. I'm sure I remember a Pokedex entry saying it was smelly. I could be wrong though. Feel free to let me know in the comments or in the chat. This guy's something else. If you wanted to sleep, wouldn't it make more sense to go home first? I'm sure Turner's worried about you. It is a bit weird how Turner said go to the back alley. That's like such a suspicious waiting or meeting place. That's right, I gotta get back to Turner. Any particular reason? Because he's my partner, dude. Oh wait, did he say not to go back? Which was it again? Hey, don't look at me. I really think you should get back. Turner must be worried about you. This Pokemon design, it reminds me of the bird in Up. Does anyone else get that vibe? I think it's just like the facial expression and the eyes just make me really think of the bird in Up. The time of the incident. I'd like to hear about what Cramorant was doing at the time of the incident. You said you ate breakfast and got sleepy? Yep. You must have eaten a lot. Same as Uzi actually, but even now my tum is so stuffed, dude. Wasn't breakfast a while ago? Why are you still so full? I'm not sure, dude. My tum feels the same as when I swallow something big. Oh, Cramorant doesn't know it swallowed the jewel? He's put the jewel. Maybe in the food. Without Cramorant's knowledge, I bet. And Cramorant has swallowed it without knowing. And that's why meet me in the back alley. Something big? Interesting. Well, we heard from Cramorant, but his answers weren't very clear. Let's try talking to Trubbish. Huh? Me? What does the bed have to say? Did you need something? We're investigating a crime. Do you mind if we ask you a few questions? A crime? I'm sure I don't know anything about that. That's fine. You're not in any trouble. We're just trying to gather all the information we can. It's a Cramorant-based design, but I see what you mean about the Kevin comparison. Kevin! It's the face, I think. It really is the face for me. You're not in any trouble. We're just trying to gather all the information we can. Will you help us, please? I guess I could answer a few questions.
Hey.
Could you tell me a bit about yourself? Sure, but there's not much to say. Alright? Have you noticed anything strange recently? Strange? Well, I've just been gathering trash from around the city like I do every day. You do that every day? Wow, thanks. It's just my routine. I guess I did collect some unusual trash today. Does that count as strange? What trash? What was so unusual about the trash? It was stuck to Whimsicott's head. They were in front of a big house when I found it. A Whimsicott getting stuff stuck to its head doesn't sound all that unusual to me. Pikachu, you can't say things like that. It's rude! Trash is important to Trubbish. Don't call it stuff. What brings you here? Well, I'm not great around humans, and humans don't usually come here, so it seemed like a safe place. Did they do something mean to you? No, I just don't like too much noise. And humans are so noisy, don't you think? I guess. Anyway, this place is nice and quiet.
Hey.
Do you still have the trash that was stuck to Whimsicott? Yeah, I was saving it for a snack. Why, did you want it? I'd like to at least have a look at it. Could you show it to us? Sure, I guess. It's pretty crumpled up, but it looks like a note. Hey, it smells like the rooms in our house. You mean Dennis's mansion? That's interesting. Let me see. Open the window after Barnes leaves. That will be the signal. Once the window is open, I'll send Pawniard in with Whimsicott to cut the case. You should then be able to collect the jewel. If you play your part properly, you should be able to frame Barnes for everything! And if you're successful, we'll both be coming into quite a lot of money. Good luck. This is a note from the culprit. What? So the thief hadn't accomplished her. That must be why there were multiple Pokemon involved. Whatever the case, this is definitely a big clue. Barnes is completely innocent, ladies and gentlemen. This is great. We did think that from the very beginning, though. We knew it wasn't Barnes. Sorry about this, Trubbish, but do you think we can have this piece of trash? I guess if you want it that badly, sure. Thanks. I'll be sure to make it up to you later.
Okay.
Guess we managed to ask everything we wanted to. Shall we head back home? Yeah, we got a good clue, so let's go meet up with Tim again. Got it. What are you going to do, Cramorant? Want to come back to the mansion with us? Nah, I'm good. I'll head back at my own pace. My tongue feels like way heavy from the breakfast I ate. Poor Cramorant looks really uncomfortable. Okay, you just rest here then. Once you feel like you can move again, come on back to the mansion. Okay. Alright, let's head back, Growlithe. Yes. So this is the same Trubbish that kept running away from us. So I was right, we needed to progress the story a little bit more to interact with it. So, all the Pokemon might have been I don't think any of the Pokemon realise what was going on properly, because a lot of them seem to have lost their memories. They've been drugged. They've definitely been drugged by Turner. I think it's the Turner and the wife is like what I'm seeing here. Turner feeds all the Pokemon, drugged all the Pokemon, and then they kind of just use the Pokemon without really their knowledge. You know, so they wouldn't remember fully. But I bet you the jewel is inside Cramorant right now. I think I've figured it out. I could just be overcomplicating things as I always do with puzzles, but... We're back, Tim. Thanks, both of you. Are you getting down off Growlithe now? Yes. Please, who do you think I am? I can handle this. He can get down on his own. Couldn't get up on his own, but can get down on his own. How did your investigation with Growlithe go? About that, Tim, we found some incredible evidence. Really? What is it? Well, you see... And that's about it. Wow, good work, Pikachu. I think we're definitely closer to solving the case now. Yep, now hurry up and open your case notebook. Let's think this over together and organise all the info we've got.
Okay, let's start deducing.
Here we go. Pokemon testimonies alone are not enough to prove Barnes' innocence. Look for stronger evidence. Begin deducing.
Okay.
Is there something that can prove Barnes' innocence? Let's think of something that would be convincing to the police as well. The letter. With the note, which was written by someone other than Barnes, the note Trubbish found said after Barnes leaves, that means the real culprit is someone else. Skadoosh! Okay. We can prove Barnes' innocence with this note. That's exactly what I was thinking. Here's what the note said. Open the window after Barnes leaves, that will be the signal. This is clear proof that Barnes isn't the culprit, and the real culprit is still out there. Eureka! By Jove, we've got it! So there's someone out there behind all of this. And not only that, there were multiple culprits working together. Someone who sent Pokemon in from outside and someone inside the mansion who let them in. You think whoever let the Pokemon inside lives in the mansion? That seems like the natural conclusion. But how did the culprit unlock the door to the jewel storage room? Only Barnes and Mr. Dennis can use the key, right? Usually, yeah, but the culprit found a way. A way to what? Think about it, Tim. When did Growlithe say the key disappeared? When she was sleeping! She said it disappeared while she was asleep. That's right, and anyone could have taken the key while Growlithe was asleep. I guess you're right. But Growlithe doesn't usually nap. Do you really think she'd just happen to nap right when they were about to commit the crime? That's just it. Think back on what all the different Pokemon in the mansion told us. Did you notice anything they all had in common? Anything strange? All of them went to sleep. That's right, Tim. Glad you noticed. They were drugged in their breakfast meal. According to the testimony, all the Pokemon in the mansion fell asleep. What could have caused it? At the exact same time the jewel was stolen, all the Pokemon in the mansion were asleep. There's no way that's a coincidence. You think someone wanted it to happen? I'd say the odds of that are pretty high. There's got to be some kind of evidence we can use to prove that. Let's search the mansion, Tim. Search the mansion. The bowl! This is the dish that Growlithe's food was in. There's some sort of powder on it. Hey Tim, this is sleep powder! Oh, sleep powder in the bowl! You could tell that just by looking at it. I'm a Pokemon, remember, not to mention a great detective. Of course I can tell what kind of powder this is. It's not even something to brag about. What a statement. Which means there was sleep powder in the food. I think we can be pretty sure of that.
Okay, let's start deducing. Okay.
Did you figure out what caused all the Pokemon in the mansion to fall asleep? Sleep powder was mixed into their breakfast.
Okay.
The Pokemon in the mansion said they fell asleep after eating breakfast, and in one of the food bowls we found traces of sleep powder. That leads us to only one possible conclusion. Someone deliberately put the Pokemon in the mansion to sleep with sleep powder. Excellent. It's getting easier to picture how this crime has been committed, but where could the culprit have gotten the sleep powder in the first place? In this city, I can think of a few places, but if we follow the path that we used to bring it inside, we might learn more about the culprit. You'll need Growlithe's help again for that, right? Why don't you take a little of the powder with you just in case? One step ahead of you, Tim. Now let's go talk to Growlithe. Nice. Hey Growlithe, can you take a whiff of this sleep powder we just found? Thanks. Careful not to sniff up too much, though. Don't be sniffing all that powder, Growlithe. Okay, now we can follow the scent of the sleep powder. Let's get going. It's probably going to lead us back out, is it? Yep. Thank you for all the likes, chat. Don't forget to drop a like if you haven't done so already. It does support the stream. And is greatly appreciated, of course. Wow, time is flying by when I'm playing this. Like, I am quite engrossed in this game. This is way quicker, just running a bit and then tapping R just to follow the scent. Don't need to hold it, don't need to spend all that time. We actually still need to return and do this quiz as well. Venonat! Oh no, Pikachu, the scent stops here. What do we do now? There must be something around here. Let's look around the terrace. Sure. It's a Venonat. Venonat always makes me think of the Mothman. You know, Point Pleasant and all that. I don't know whether that's like Because the Mothman was said to have large red eyes, you know? So I always feel like, oh, if the Mothman was a Pokemon, it would be Venonat. But weirdly, I find Venonat quite cute. It's Venonat. No mistaking those massive eyes. Apparently they can even see in the dark. So sparkly. Yes, yes, what is it? Do you mind if we ask you some questions? I'm really busy, but yes. Are you Venonat? What's got you so busy? Nothing, I'm just eating, that's all. But I have to eat fast. Soon it'll be time for dinner and more eating. You've got plenty of time till then though, right? Are you always in such a hurry? At least that's what everyone tells me. Have you tried maybe chilling out a bit? Can't, this is my natural state. Yes, yes, hee. Very hyperactive. Okay. Venonat sure is funny. What are you doing here? This spot is great because you can see the whole city and it's lovely and pretty and nice. And on top of that, many, many teeny tiny bugs gather here at night. Oh yes, it's marvellous. Do you like bugs, Venonat? Yes, yes, very much so, yes. They're my favourite treat. Your favourite treat? I think we can drop this line of questioning. Yeah, I think so. About the sleep powder. No, definitely not mine. No siree. How can you tell? I use my sleep powder to catch prey. It doesn't smell this soothing or beautiful. Nope, nope, not one bit. I see. I do believe this is Lilligant's fragrance. Oh yes. Yeah, and where will we find Lilligant's? I would check one of the nearby hedges probably. No, definitely yes. To the greenery! Thank you for the help, Venonat. Nearby hedge. Aha! Lilligant! Floral fashionista. This Pokemon is known for having an aroma that calms the heart and the mind. So that's what the nice smell is. You think I smell nice? You're so sweet. Do you mind if we ask you some questions? Not at all. Your timing is actually perfect. I was just taking a break from dancing. Ask me whatever you like. About the sleep powder. Is this your powder? Yes, I recognize the fragrance. Do you remember giving this to anyone? No. You see, my sleep powder just puffs out naturally whenever I dance. Though, thinking on it now, there was a human who came to watch me dance recently. Really? Do you remember what they looked like? I'm afraid not. I was in the zone. That's rough. That's rough! It's something. Thank you for your help, Lilligant. So who do we reckon the wife or Turner came to watch the dance and collect the powder? What are you doing here? Why, this is my favourite place. Basking in the sunlight here feels ever so good. And dancing here fills me with endless joy. You dance here a lot? Yes, sometimes humans and Pokemon even come to watch. Everyone who watches me dance seems to fall asleep, but at least they're smiling when they do. Would you like a demonstration? La la la. Oh, nice. Oh, I could really use a nap. No, we can't sleep on the job. We've got a case to solve. Wait, Lilligant, please don't dance. Can you tell me more about yourself? Getting personal, are we? Alas, I'm rather unremarkable, just a Lilligant with a love for dance. You wouldn't have to look hard to find many others like me.
I see.
Now we know how the sleep powder was obtained? Are we done investigating? Yes.
Great.
Yeah, and I'd like to tell Tim what we found. Let's hurry back, Growlithe. Sure. I think it might be taking us there automatically, which is nice. I see, so you're still not sure who the culprit is? Right, but we did learn something important. And what's that? Think about it, Tim. The sleep powder scent trail led directly from the mansion to the terrace. Do you think that's normal? I guess it would make sense if the person who brought the sleep powder already lived in the mansion. Exactly, which makes it even more likely that it was an inside job. Someone managed to get some of Lilligant's sleep powder. Then they mixed it into the Pokemon's breakfast. Sure sounds like an inside job to me, which means the culprit is someone in the mansion. Let's do some more sleuthing and find out who. Conduct interviews in the mansion. Do you want to talk to her or have her tracker sent? Talk to her? She says we can ask away. There's no new questions though. Ask me anything you'd like. About Growlith's food. My staff member Turner always prepares the food. Well, we know now. We know it's Turner. But the accomplice... Oh, well, Turner isn't the mastermind. Turner is the accomplice. The mastermind is the life. It used to be one of Barnes' duties, but the task has fallen to Turner since he joined the staff. He's truly made himself quite useful. I bet he has. I bet he's made himself super useful. Useful at thievery?
Yes?
Did you still want something? Yes, I'm sorry. We really appreciate your help. Growlith's food?
Yes?
I don't know anything about Growlith's food. I would suggest you ask Turner about that. Did you happen to see Growlith eating her food today? No, I didn't. I'm not in the habit of watching her eat. The Pokemon in the house eat in a separate room from us humans. Okay. If they ate in the same room as us, their fur, feathers, or what have you could get in our food, so they eat in a different room, at my request, of course. A policy like that is not going to make you very popular with the Pokemon lady. Does she even like Pokemon?
Yes.
Could you please, could I please talk to you? Of course, ask me anything. Here we go, Growlith's food. Mr. Dennis is really picky about the ingredients I can use for Growlith's food. He tells me what to put in it and I make the food to his exact specifications. Sounds like Mr. Dennis really cares about Growlith's health. Yes, he truly cares about Pokemon, a good egg, that one. Dennis seems like quite the guy. What's healthy and what's tasty don't always match up though. Okay. He could just be lying though. He's like, oh, I prepare it to the exact specifications. That could be a lie. Press X for doubt.
Yes.
I'd be happy to tell you anything.
Yes.
I know exactly what kinds of food Growlith prefers. She's particularly fond of sweets. When I was in charge of her meals, I made a point of preparing sweet desserts for her. You're a good guy, Barnes. You could learn a thing or two from this guy, Tim. Give me more sweets. Is Pikachu alright? He seems to be acting strangely. He's demanding payment and sweet treats. Don't worry, this is normal. Strange is his normal. This room is currently under investigation. Okay, right. So apparently we've got enough to deduce. The culprit mixed sleep powder into the Pokemon's food and let Pawniard into the mansion. Only someone in the mansion could have done this, but who? Begin deducing.
Okay.
Who would have been able to mix sleep powder into Growlith's food? Let's figure it out using the info we've gathered. Larry Turner. Turner is responsible for preparing the Pokemon's meals. He could have put sleep powder in their food without raising suspicion.
Okay.
The only person who could have put sleep powder in the food is Turner! Bingo. He's in charge of preparing Pokemon meals. He could have easily slipped the powder in the food. However, this fact alone isn't enough to implicate Turner. Turner's the one who used the powder, but that's just conjecture. We don't have any hard evidence. We'll definitely need to find some proof, but I'm not sure how. It's kind of an aggressive move, but we could try shaking him up a bit. Use Thunderbolt! Tell us what you know, Turner! Let's see how he reacts. See if we can make him nervous. Think you're up to it? It's worth a try.
Yes.
Hello, Tim. How's the investigation going? We're actually a bit stuck at the moment. I'm sorry to hear that. Is there anything I can do to help? I was actually hoping to ask you a few more questions, if you don't mind. By all means, ask away. Cramorant.
Excuse me?
You've got a partner, Cramorant, right? How do you know that? It came up while we were gathering statements in the city. I see. I hope you don't think I was hiding that fact or anything. I was just afraid he might become a suspect. I did tell the police, of course. Really? It's been a while since I've seen him, actually. Worryingly so. Where could he have gone? Oh, we just saw Cramorant walking back towards the mansion. And we know from talking to Cramorant that Turner told Cramorant to wait in the alley. So, bullshit! You know exactly where he was! Why that little... I told him to stay put! Ooh. Stay put? Why did you tell him that, Turner? Why, Turner? Why did you say that, Turner? I just didn't want him to go out on his own. It's been... I've been so worried that he might have gotten mixed up in the crime somehow. Thank you so much for finding him, Tim. It's such a huge relief. Don't massage my ego. You're thinking a poniard may have cut the jewel case. Really? I mean, yes, I think you've cracked it. So it was poniard that punched you, Mr. Turner? Yes, it most certainly was. It really hurt. In fact, it still hurts. Yeesh, what a terrible liar. Lies! Based on Turner's reaction, it's pretty clear that he's hiding something. I just wish I'd been able to dig a little deeper, though. Nah, you did a great job. At the very least, we learned something. Cramorant is the key to solving the case. All that's left is to ask him ourselves. So we're going to go see Cramorant. Yep, just you wait, Turner. We'll catch you yet. We need to get Cramorant to regurgitate the jewel. Never thought that would be coming out of my mouth today. The phrase, not the jewel. I also need to just quickly head over here because we need to go do that quiz with the lady. Whoa, 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 with the lady. What do you think this Lickitung is doing in a place like this? Looking for a snack, I imagine. As soon as she finds something, she'll probably start licking it. Oh. Where have they gone? Did I go past them? Oh, here. Sorry. Didn't realise it was so to the right. So, Detective, did you figure out the answer to my first question? I did. It's a Lickitung. Bingo! You got it. Lickitung uses its long tongue to catch its prey. According to reports, contact with its saliva causes a tingling sensation, as well as a persistent itch. Oh wow, good thing we didn't get licked. I'm feeling itchy just imagining it. Hello! Thanks for the warning, Toucanon. We'll make sure any Lickitung we meet keeps its tongue to itself. Well, that was only the first question. I guess it was a little too easy. You're saying there's more to this quiz? Of course. Here's where things get serious. Time for question number 2. What Pokemon uses its cute looks to put you off your guard so it can steal from you? We don't have time to deal with another theft. We don't, actually. What Pokemon tries to steal from people? I think the cute looks part is a big hint. Pretty sure it's not you, Toucanon. Totally. Okay, Tim, let's go search the area. I don't know. I actually don't know what Pokemon that could be. I'll probably know it when I see it. So let's just run around a bit and see if we can find a Pokemon that fits the thieving bill, so to speak. None of those. Perlian, maybe? I don't think Perlian are thieves, though, are they? What a cute Pokemon. That's a Perlian. Oh, look how sweet. I think it wants some attention. Sorry, we're busy now, but we can play with you later. Hold up, Tim. Check your pockets. Oh, no, it is a thief. Okay. Why would I need to check? Well, that worked out perfectly. My pen's gone. I thought so. This is your doing, isn't it, Perlian? Can't pull one over on a great detective like me. Now hand it over. Pause where I can see them. My pen! Can't take your eyes off Pearlian for a second. That was a close one, but at least we figured out the answer to the quiz. Right, it's Pearlian. Let's go tell the quiz professor. Well, that was pretty easy. So let's go cash this in. And then we can return to Cramorant. If she gives us another question, I'll just go straight to Cramorant. Did you figure out the answer?
Yes.
The answer is Pearlian. Correct. Pearlian often steals things from people, and they sometimes scratch people who try to reclaim their stolen items, so be careful. Damn! The Pearlian we met wasn't that rowdy, but we should probably be careful in the future. True, better safe than sorry. It's asking if we agree that quizzes can actually be pretty fun. There's certainly a chance to learn more about Pokemon. Let the quiz continue. Time for question number 3. Best buds always stick together. What Pokemon moves as a group? Pokemon that moves as a group, like one that travels in herds or flocks or something? No, in this case the whole group counts as one Pokemon. It's literally right there in the background. I did say I was going to go back to Cramorant, but it's right there, chat. It's right there. Can you give us a hint, Toucanon? Well, that's not very sporting of you. This Pokemon has quite the unique appearance. Go ahead and see if you can find it. I'm going to do it because it's right here. Wow, these movements are in perfect unison. That's for Lynx. They always move around in groups of 6. Lynx Lily! They're in the middle of formation training. Pikachu, do you think the Lynx is the Pokemon the quiz professor was talking about? Obviously. 6 working together as one? Yep, it fits the bill. And let's tell the answer to the quiz lady. And then Cramorant.
Yes.
Bingo, that's it. The Lynx is a very peculiar Pokemon. There are actually 6 of them working together as one. The one at the front, known as the Brass, leads the others by issuing orders. In battle, they change formation as needed and use teamwork to secure the win. That's a pretty interesting Pokemon. Sure, but I bet it's tough for the troopers if they got an incomplete Brass. Yeah, sorry, I'm sure they're all perfectly competent. That's all for today's quiz. I hope you're as enthusiastic about quizzes and Pokefacts as I am. I learned a lot. Glad to hear it. That's some new questions. I'll get some new questions ready for next time. Please let them be easy. And maybe she could, you know, wait till we're not in the middle of something. Nah, she's not going to do that. You're not going to do that at all. See you, Toucanon. Well, at least I finished that one, chat. That wasn't too bad. I was kind of dreading it, because, like... I don't know, I know a bit about Pokemon, but I'm not, like, super knowledgeable. I just don't absorb all these Pokefacts. I don't know, I'm one of those people, you can enjoy something and not know absolutely everything and every fact about something, you know? Too much pressure. Not Pikachu, it's Cramorant. Weren't you gonna go back to Turner? Didn't make it very far, did you? You've been resting because you feel too full to walk? Why is Cramorant the only one that feels so unwell? Growlithe and the others were fine. He must have really overeaten, or he swallowed something his digestive system can't handle. Wait a second. It's the jewel! Spit it out, Cramorant.
I'm missing Jewel, and now Cramorant's full belly.
What are you thinking, Pikachu?
I figured it out! A bolt of brilliance! The stolen jewel we seek is right over there!
Inside Cramorant's belly. Unbelievable! Did you figure something out, Pikachu? Oh yeah, I got it all figured out. I bet you figured it out too, haven't you? Alright, here's the final question. Where did Turner hide the jewel? Once you piece together all the information we've gathered so far, you'll definitely figure it out. Pikachu seems to have figured out where Turner hid the jewel. Use all the information gathered up to this point to deduce the jewel's whereabouts.
Okay.
I'll give you a hint. The jewel was most certainly taken out of the mansion and a Pokemon was used to do it. A Pokemon? Yeah, think about the unique characteristics of each Pokemon in the mansion. Which one of them has the ideal features for hiding the jewel? Cramorant! It's inside Cramorant's belly. Cramorant can gulp down large things. Turner probably hid the Aurora drop in Cramorant's belly.
Okay.
So the jewel is most likely hidden in the belly. You got it. Turner made Cramorant swallow the jewel. And the reason he feels full is because he's still got the jewel in his belly. Turner didn't have time to retrieve the jewel after the theft, did he? Nope, I'm positive the jewel is still in Cramorant's belly. Now we have enough evidence to back Turner into a corner. Spill the jewel, Turner!
Okay.
We've got all the proof we need. Now we just need to catch the culprit. Let's go tell Holiday to gather everyone involved with the case. Are you ready, Tim? Yes. Let's go. Let's reveal the truth together. And I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for that meddling kid and his Pikachu.
This is it. Let's take care of business.
Everyone, thank you for coming.
This sudden conference had better be important.
It is. We've identified the real culprit.
Have you now?
Indeed.
Yes, Mr. Barnes isn't the one who stole the jewel.
Oh. Who did it then?
I'll explain
Turn
everything from the
around.
beginning. Let's start with how the culprit entered the jewel storage room.
Turner.
There were no signs of forced entry on the door, so the culprit must have used the key. But Growlithe was guarding the key.
No one but my husband or Barnes could have taken the key from Growlithe.
Yes, exactly. So how did they... I guess it must have been Barnes then.
You snake.
No, it wasn't. You see, the culprit had a trick up their sleeve for taking the key.
They made Growlithe fall asleep, then stole the key.
The culprit used sleep powder to make Growlithe fall asleep. And after that, they took the key.
Do you have evidence of that?
Yes.
Of course. Take a close look at Growlithe's food bowl, Inspector. You'll find traces of Lilligant's sleep powder in it.
Of course. So that's how the culprit got into the jewel storage room.
But they couldn't possibly have cut open that sturdy display case in such a short time.
Yeah,
Ponyard.
good point.
No, they could have if they had Pokemon accomplices.
Pokemon?
The culprit somehow used Whimsicott and Ponyard, and got Ponyard to cut open the case.
What? How is that even possible?
He's starting to get a bit worried
You may
now.
understand now how the jewel was stolen. But that doesn't necessarily prove that Barnes is innocent.
Actually, I do have proof that Mr. Barnes is innocent.
I'm just very much going to enjoy when Turner begins to lose his cool. What evidence proves Barnes is not the culprit? The note!
We discovered this note in a Trubbish's possession.
A note?
The culprit jotted down their whole plan. They wanted to frame Mr. Barnes for the crime.
Then that would mean Barnes is innocent.
So who's the real culprit?
The real culprit is right here with us.
What do you mean?
I can't believe how stupid some of these people are. Larry Turner. It's Larry!
The thief who stole the Aurora drop. It's... Mr. Turner, you're the culprit.
Who, me? But I'm a victim of this crime. Poniard punched me.
Where's your gaping wound?
Poniard has blades for hands, and I don't see any cuts on you.
If you really think I'm the culprit, then where's the jewel? I don't have it on me, and I haven't set foot outside the mansion.
Where's the jewel? Isn't it obvious?
Oh my god.
A Pokemon.
I love how cocky Tim's being. I kind of wish he had a bit more sass though, but with it being like a Pokemon game, he wouldn't turn around and go, "What an idiot you are, Turner." Cramoran, which Pokemon has the jewel?
Of course you don't have the stolen jewel. You hid it. In Cramorant's belly.
Excuse me? Cramorant may be Turner's partner, but even so...
Where is that Cramorant anyway?
Mr. Turner, you clearly put a lot of thought into your plan. But when we investigated the crime scene, we found a Cramorant feather. And you underestimated Growlithe's sense of responsibility. Those two things did you in.
Okay, he has got a bit of sass, to be fair.
Now, please call your Cramorant.
You weren't smart enough, Turner.
Cramorant.
All right, let me handle this.
Oh my god, the sound
There
it made.
is! The Aurora drop!
And the key
Classic.
to the storage room, too.
Bleh.
I'm afraid you can't talk your way out of this, Mr. Turner.
I was so close to living the easy life. I shouldn't have teamed up with someone I barely knew.
I'm sure Holiday will look into his accomplice. Right, let's leave that to the police. Was I wrong this whole time? For us here, the Aurora drop was a symbol of hope. I thought it could bring hope to even more people. Are we not gonna get to know who his partner was? I'm adamant it's the wife, though. I kind of want to know if it's the wife. I want to know. That's why I decided to donate it. But I never thought it would lead to an incident like this. Maybe I should forget about donating it and just keep it quietly locked up in the house. Goodness gracious, you of all people. Do you really think so little of the Aurora drop? What are you saying, Claudia? Didn't you tell me yourself that you hoped whoever looked at the Aurora drop would not only see its beauty, but also feel cheered up and encouraged by it? Are you really going to give up on that hope just because of a stroke of bad luck? Why are you suddenly changing your attitude about this? You said, oh, it should be kept and it's worth a load of money, blah blah blah. Like, she said all this, and now suddenly she's like pretending to be supportive of her husband's idea to donate it. I still think she's the partner in crime, to be honest. I just think now she's trying to, like, save herself. This is her last attempt to save herself. Wouldn't that be a terrible waste, don't you agree, Barnes? Indeed, madame. It's just as you say. Mr. Dennis, your plan to donate the jewel to the people of Rhyme City was most certainly not a mistake. Please believe in yourself and do what you think is best. Claudia, Barnes. Forgive me, I think I let myself get too shaken by what happened today. I believe in the beauty of the Aurora drop and the people of Rhyme City. As you should. The Fable. But Claudia, weren't you against the donation? Exactly. Don't misunderstand me. I just don't want to deal with you moping around like this for the rest of our lives, that's all. Ha, I see. Thank you, Claudia. And I also want people to just ignore the fact that Turner has a partner, and it couldn't possibly be me. This incident has forced me to reconsider, shall we say, some of my views. The fabled ducklet Growlithe, let's all eat together from now on. Yow? It looks like Mr. Dennis and the others are all getting along better now. Yeah, that about wraps this up.
Ironic, huh? Cramorant swallowed the jewel, and now you've got to swallow the bitter consequences.
Well, let's go.
Yeah.
It's quite the shocking turner of events.
Cramorant,
What
are you
is
all
that?
right?
I wondered why that was there. Oh! It's making him swallow it again? Ooh.
Don't just stand there. Hurry up and grab it.
Right.
Okay. This is bizarre. What is that thing? It's like...
How could this be happening?
Sanjeev.
Turner!
No.
Hold on.
I don't
swear
think
I
that's
had
him.
nothing to do with that.
I don't think that's him.
Why don't we discuss this down at the station?
It's the wife. It's the wife. That's why she had to turn around. She was like, oh, it's not over yet, boys. I'll just push my secret button. Turn on that little box, and
Growlithe,
Cramorant will
you
steal
did a
the jewel
great
again.
job.
Hey, Pikachu. Look.
Adorable!
Oh! Are you leaving already? See you around! Say, Tim, did you notice Cramorant's back?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there was something glowing on it.
I've never seen anything like it. I wonder, maybe Turner didn't know what was going on. Something tells me this is just the beginning.
It is. He didn't know the full extent of it. Like, he's also been used. Maybe the intention was for him never to get the jewel anyway, and never to get the money that he thought he was gonna get.
Well, you sure are home late.
Oh god, I forgot she was coming over.
Oh, and who is this?
My classmate, Rachel.
It's nice to meet you. Is she your girlfriend?
Not yet, but I think he wants her to be.
If only.
I can't remember how old Tim's supposed to be. Actually, Rachel's here because... Hello, sorry to barge in so suddenly. I was hoping to get some advice from the great detective here. I didn't realise his family was visiting, though. Welcome, Rachel. We didn't mean to startle you. Sophia and I just arrived in Rhyme City yesterday. We came to see my brother's awards ceremony. Oh, really? Then this is probably the first time you've all seen each other in a while. I really hope I'm not in the way. Please, don't worry about it. We'll be in town for a little while yet. Make yourself at home. I'll make some tea. Thank you, really. See, Tim? I told you Irene and Sophia would understand. Yeah, you're right. I'm glad. Nice. Damn. Like, multiple alerts. I haven't seen what Pikachu has to say in a while, so let's see. Amazing. Screen grab.
A light roast today, huh? Oh yeah, it's got a nice acidic kick to it.
Just enjoying another brew. Fair play.
Right.
You really don't need to worry about it, Tim. Worry about what? Bringing Rachel home, of course. Mom, I think you might be misunderstanding something. I'm making enough food for 8 people or so she can eat as much as she likes. You're talking about dinner. Wait, 8 people? Isn't that a bit much? It means there's plenty for another day. Batch cooking is the way. You will thank your future self will thank your past self for batch cooking. It saves time. It's an easy meal. And you may as well just buy more of what you're making and then just make a bigger batch of it.
Yep.
So Rachel's not your girlfriend? No, just a classmate. She came by to talk to me about something. Something like how she's your girlfriend? Sophia, she is not my girlfriend. Alright, Sophia, Tim just needs a gentle shove to get things moving. Don't you start too, Pikachu. Hehehe. Like, me and Chris tend to do batch cooking because we have things like fajitas or tacos or chili, and, you know, he just makes like a bigger amount of it. Like, sometimes we'll still get fresh ingredients to put in because some things just aren't that nice reheated, you know? But yeah, it's so much easier. So much quicker.
Yes.
Must be nice spending time with your mother and sister. It is, yeah, but hey, didn't you want to discuss something? Oh, yeah. Sorry, it must feel awkward to talk about it around so many people. No, it's not that. Chatting with you and your family has actually helped a lot. Trust me. It can wait. Really? Well, if you're sure.
Right.
Okay.
Dinner's ready, everyone.
What's for din-dins?
Well, I should probably get going.
Nah, stay, Rachel,
Come
stay.
now. Why don't you stay and eat with us?
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Well, you heard them. What do you say?
I mean, who could turn down an invitation like that? Yay!
I want to know what the food is.
Eat up, everyone. I really outdid myself this time.
Wow!
Pasta.
That's amazing! Thank you, Mom!
Really
Mom made her
bland
special
looking.
mac and cheese
Oh,
for us.
mac and cheese.
So this is the dish that Harry kept raving about, huh?
And I think that's a type of bread.
Whoa, this is incredible.
Good.
I do
huh?
like some pasta. Pasta, mac and cheese. I don't really have mac and cheese, but it looked like, I don't know. It doesn't look very appetizing to me. Pikachu? Oh, poisoned! The mom is the culprit! Well, that was dramatic. Mac and cheese sent Pikachu to another dimension, so I guess it's good.
We need to talk.
What is it?
I want a divorce.
What?
Oh,
Are you joking?
Take care of Tim and Sophia for me.
Where is this coming from?
I'm sorry.
is that it?
Harry, there must be some reason.
You owe her an explanation.
I'm sorry, Irene.
Harry.
Wow, you don't just say you want a divorce and then they'll be all like, yeah, I'm just gonna leave now. Not say anything else, I just want a divorce.
Are you okay, Pikachu? You had me worried suddenly fainting like that.
Cowardly.
Fainted?
Yes.
Thank goodness. It looks like Pikachu's recovered. Yeah, I think he's okay now. I mean, we know that Tim's dad, you know, was looking into some serious stuff, so obviously it was things he couldn't tell his wife, but he could have at least told her something. Because You don't just say, I want a divorce, and then I'm sorry and leave, because all kinds of things are going to be running through that poor woman's head. She's going to be blaming herself, feeling like she's done something wrong, that he doesn't love her anymore. You know, it's just shit. And cowardly. He could have said even a lie, like, you know, a white lie, even a lie to kind of spare her feelings would have been something. I think Pikachu's okay now. So Rachel, do you feel okay talking about that problem you had? No, that's okay. Are you sure you don't have to keep it bottled up? I had so much fun with you all that it's just not bothering me anymore. We'll discuss it next time. Sure, in that case, mind if I ask you something instead? By all means, I'd be honored to help a great detective. Do you happen to know anyone who knows a lot about jewels? Apparently, the jewel that was stolen in today's case was really special. I could use some more information to help me track it down. Maybe this whole game is going to evolve around the story of this jewel, like it's going to jump from case to case and it's all connected. Well, one of my professors is a specialist in mineral archaeology. I could introduce you to him if you like. Is it the scientist that we met already? That I kind of thought was attractive. Could you please? That would be a huge help. Sure, I'll sort it out when I get home tonight. How could I contact you? Why don't we meet at the High Hat Cafe tomorrow morning? Sounds good, see you then.
Hey, feeling better?
Yeah, I guess.
Pikachu.
Huh?
What's that?
Mewtwo!
Mewtwo!
Nice.
There is something the two of you must know.
He's so posh.
When I was in my cave a few days ago, I was attacked by several Pokemon.
Yeah, we saw on the news.
No matter how many times I overpowered them, they didn't seem to feel a thing.
Maybe R again?
No.
No?
These Pokemon had no will of their own, as if something was controlling
The
them.
little box on Cramorant.
As for Harry...
Harry?
Oh! Beedrill! Beedrill that look more like wasps than bees.
Look!
Those lights, like the one we saw in Cramorant. You think the two are related somehow?
I'd say, almost certainly. Finding the Aurora drop may be the key to solving this mystery.
Yeah, let's follow up on that.
The plot thickens, chat. It is the science man!
The Cramorant that stole the Aurora drop. The swarm of Beedrill that attacked Mewtwo. They both had glowing devices stuck to them. After hearing Mewtwo say my dad's name, I think if I investigate the Aurora drop, that I might get closer to finding him.
Will we ever see Daddy again? Why is Mewtwo so posh? Mewtwo sounds like a proper sophisticated dude. Like when he's chilling in his cave, he's like got a monocle and a top hat on and maybe a bow tie, and he's reading the paper. Today we're going to find out more about the Aurora drop. Yeah, Rachel said she'd introduce me to a professor from Rhyme University. We've still got a little time before we're supposed to meet her at the High Hat Cafe though. Your family doesn't visit that often, why don't you chat with them a bit before we head out? Yeah, I know, Pikachu. Right, now's a good time for me to just BRB real quick and refill my drink, so I'm just going to do that, but don't worry, we've roughly got about an hour left of the stream, so I'll be about 2 minutes, so real quick. Oh, Mewtwo is such a posho! Who'd have thunk it? And I'm back. Thank you so much for all the love and all the lurks, everybody. I hope you're enjoying the show. Don't forget to like. Does help me out a lot and is greatly appreciated. And we're back on screen. Why have they just left a load of apples out on this table, sliced? They're gonna go off. I see the newspaper has arrived. You subscribe to a newspaper, Tim? Yeah, it's Rhyme City's daily paper. You never used to read the paper when you lived at home. What changed? Well, I'm a college student now. I thought I should read the newspaper at least. Well, aren't you mature? What are you doing, Tim? Trying to look cool or something? I'm the one who suggested that you start getting the newspaper, you know. As a detective, it's important to be gathering information at all times. I'm sure there's a lot going on every day in the city. In a city as big as this one, that's true. Checking the news regularly is a good idea. Your mum knows what she's talking about, Tim. Tim and Pikachu's activities will be reported in the newspaper the day after a case is solved. Try reading the newspaper on the table. Ooh, we're in the paper, Mom! So what are you waiting for? Let's read the paper. Oh, there's loads! So... even the side quests, actually! These are all the side quests. The Lillipup, the Rabombi, the soccer. Nice. There's a daily crossword. Can we... Hang on, let's go to that first. Daily crossword. I wonder what today's crossword is like. It's surprisingly challenging, so I look forward to it every day. The crosswords are written by readers. Wow, I'm impressed by the people who can make these. Okay, Tim, let's fill it out. Let's see. This Pokemon catches prey with its long tongue. That'd be Lickitung. It's got the right number of letters. This Pokemon uses its cute looks. Oh, so it's the quiz. The quiz is the crossword. This Pokemon always moves together in a group. And, yeah, it's the same answer. Based on the squares we've already filled in, I'm guessing this has got to be for Lynx. Hey Pikachu, I feel like we've heard these hints before. Yeah, you're right. This puzzle must have been created by a certain quiz professor. Okay, let's start from the top this time. Latest developments in the jewel theft case. Looks like they still haven't found the Aurora drop. Inspector Holiday and his team have been searching for the jewel and Cramorant, but there's been no progress on either front. Speaking of Cramorant, he was acting really weird then, wasn't he? According to the article, even Turner didn't know why he acted like that. So Turner didn't order Cramorant to swallow the jewel and escape. No, it was the box on his back basically made him do it. Something really fishy about this whole thing. Heroic Lillipup saves partner. The article's about a woman who got injured inside her house and couldn't move. It says her Lillipup went outside and howled to alert the neighbours. Oh, that's a sweet story. Hey, wait, look at this photo. Isn't that the woman we met yesterday? The one whose Lillipup ran off? Let me see, you're right. We met her in front of the Dennis residence. Her Lillipup was a pretty shy little guy who preferred quiet places. Apparently he kept barking and howling until the neighbours finally noticed. I guess he gathered up all his courage to help his beloved partner. I wonder if you don't do these side quests, whether the story would be different. Like, because Lillipup wouldn't have been found and reunited, maybe she would have been eventually found by the neighbours much later or something. I don't know. I'd be curious. I like doing the side stuff though, so I don't think I'd test that theory and not do them. But if anyone hasn't done a side quest, who is watching this series, has a different thing in the paper to me, please let me know. I'd be curious. Could Rabombi hold the secret to developing new medicines? Apparently a new medicine has been developed using Rabombi's pollen puffs. Makes sense, Rabombi makes lots of different kinds of pollen puffs. I hear their pollen puffs have different effects based on the flowers, the nectar, and the pollen came from. I bet how they mix ingredients together could be applied to human medicine. I wonder what kind of pollen puffs that Rabombi was making yesterday. It might come up with something really surprising. But first, those little cutie fly need to learn how to gather nectar properly. Why are they being blamed? Yeah, one fell asleep, but the other one was trying not to have the nectar stolen from Lickitung. Looks like community soccer clubs have gotten pretty popular. Apparently players can participate alongside their partner Pokemon. The article says the crowd goes wild at every match, watching the incredible power of Pokemon and their teamwork with their partners. It's getting rave reviews from both players and from both players and audience members. So that's why the boy yesterday was looking for Pokemon to play soccer with. Do you think he and Reboot will make a good team? I'm sure they will. Didn't you see how much fun they were having practicing together? Yes, I did. Can I have some apple? Apple goes funny if you slice it and leave it out. Why do this? This is an actual apple, right? Not an applin. It's just a normal apple, but it sure is hard to tell them apart. Sorry, I just tapped the shoulder button on accident there. The morning news is about to start. Oh yeah, anything interesting?
This is GNN News. Mayor Myers released a statement today expressing hope that the City Council would pass the Pokémon Friendship Bill. The mayor is planning to deliver a speech today to rally support for the bill from the citizens of Rhyme City. Now, in other news, local detective Tim Goodman, along with his partner Pikachu, received medals from Mayor Myers in recognition of their service.
Damn straight.
Detectives have solved many cases throughout Rhyme City. Together, these two are a shining example of Rhyme City's ideals, and we wish them well in their future endeavors.
Check it out! We're famous!
This is kind of embarrassing.
It feels weird to be in the spotlight. They're saying good things about us. You're allowed to be pleased by that, Tim. Sounds like the mayor's going to give a speech about the Pokemon Friendship Bill. Mayor Myers is Rachel's father. I can't imagine what it's like having the mayor as your dad. God, I would hate that so much.
Right.
Good morning, Mum. Did you sleep okay? Yes, just fine, thanks. You have classes today, don't you? I'm actually headed out for an important investigation this morning. Once you're on the case, it's all you can think about. Just like your father. Good grief. Oh, Mum, I don't suppose you've heard from Dad at all. I certainly would have told you if I had. Yeah, that's true. Your wife sure loves you, Harry. Must be nice. Aw, does Pikachu want a girlfriend?
Yep. Hey, Tim. That Pikachu, he seems kinda odd, don't you think?
What do you mean?
Gave it away. The hat?
Yes, isn't he? I've never seen a Pikachu that drinks coffee before.
Not bad. You have a good eye for detail.
I've seen some weird things though with animals, like when we were on holiday when I was a kid, there was a cat. We stayed on like this cottage that was also partly on farm grounds, and the owner of the farm had all sorts of animals, but there was this really like fluffy cat that they had, and he was just like, oh yeah, by the way, this cat loves carrots, so if you've got any carrots, he'll eat them. Which is so random. I don't know if you should really be feeding a cat carrots though, personally, but it did like carrot. We did test it and it did eat some carrots, so I was purring away, delighted. And then my sister had a friend whose cat liked cereal and would eat the cereal in a really weird way, where it would like, the cereal would be on the table and it would like lick its paw, put its paw on the cereal, and the cereal would stick to its paw, and then it would like put it in its mouth. It was like eating like a person. It was so weird. We should get going. While we're out, I want to buy some more coffee. Our supplies are running low. Okay, your usual dark roast, right? Anyway, we're headed out now. Bye, have a nice day! What's the sister doing all day? I guess she's just helping her mom or something. You sure we're supposed to meet Rachel in front of the High Hat Cafe? Yeah. She should be here by now. I wonder what's keeping her. Please, Papa, just listen to me. That sounds like Rachel.
Why don't you understand, Papa? Pokemon don't need to be managed. The people who use them to commit crimes are the real problem.
Rachel, no matter how many times we have this same conversation, I'm not going to change my mind.
You never listen! Tim.
Okay, so there's more to this friendship program. Like, friendship program makes me think it's a positive thing, but judging from that cutscene, like, Rachel feels like the dad is very, the dad aka the mayor is very distrustful of Pokemon. Is everything okay? Let's just go inside. Hopefully she'll tell us more.
Excuse me?
What were you and your dad talking about? The Pokemon Friendship Bill. Ah, they mentioned that on the news, said it was a bill to help Pokemon or something. I happened to read the actual text of the bill in Papa's study the other day. The one phrase that kept popping out throughout the whole thing was to monitor and manage Pokemon. Yeah, that doesn't sound like a friendship bill, does it? That sounds like something else. It's pretty much a friendship bill in name only. I can't believe he tried to deprive Pokemon of their freedom. Papa's seriously changed. So you're against your father's bill? Pokemon should be able to live freely. They don't need to be managed. Even during the R incident, Pokemon were the victims. It was cruel people who were responsible. Sorry, this isn't what we're here to discuss. This is what you wanted to talk about yesterday, isn't it? I just wanted someone to listen to me. I'm glad I could talk to you about it though, Tim. I'm always happy to lend an ear, but are you sure you don't need any other help? Yes, I'm fine now. Really, let's get to the real topic of the day, the duel. That's right. Yesterday you said you could introduce me to a professor from Rhyme University. Yes, Professor Gordon. He's a leading figure in the field of mineral archaeology. He researches the connections between minerals and ancient civilizations. I figured he could probably tell us something about that duel. Right now, though, he's conducting research at the southern ruins. We'll have to travel quite a ways to see him. Yeah, those ruins are pretty far from here. Fieldwork is a huge part of mineral archaeology. Once the professor sets out, he usually doesn't come back for several months. Sounds like we better go meet him there then. Yeah, who knows how long we'll be waiting if we just stay here. Okay, we better get going if we want to get there before sundown. You're coming too? I mean, it's not like you actually know Professor Gordon. I'm the one taking his class. Besides, I think it'll be fun to help a great detective out on a case. Plus, it's also kind of like a date, isn't it? A sly date, a secret date. Tim doesn't know it's a date, but it is a date. Hey, this isn't all fun and games, you know. Like, it would have been enough because she's like, you don't know him, but I think it would have been enough for us to say, yeah, Rachel sent us. She just wants to go on a date with Tim. That's what this is. I know the truth.
Huh? Why is it snowing?
Just what's going on here? Oh, it's freezing cold.
And it's just here in this specific area.
What's Pokemon's doing? I'm guessing. The Fabled Aurora. So it's only snowing around the ruins. No way, that's normal. But now let's find the professor. He may be able to tell us something about all of this. Good plan. The ruins are just up this hill. We should be able to find him. Just up the hill? Let's go, Tim. Pikachu is already feeling nervous about travelling up a hill. We know Pikachu isn't the fittest Pikachu out there.
Yes.
The ruins are just up the hill, but getting to them looks a little bit exhausting. Are you tired, Rachel? Please don't push yourself too hard. Don't worry, I'm fine. Go ahead, I'll catch up to you soon. Oh my god, they're even cold as well. Look, it's shivering and it's rubbing its hands together. You'd think that they would be warm because they're very floofy, but I guess not. Charger bug. What a strangely shaped Pokemon. Yeah, you don't see these in Rhyme City. It's just literally... It's a rectangle, lad. Rowlet. Round eyes that look round and round. Rowlet. So cute. I love Rowlet. It's adorable. This sure is a cute Pokemon. 100%. Best owl boy. Although, actually, you know what? If I had to pick between Hoot Hoot and Owlet, I think Hoot Hoot is cuter. There's going to be arguments in the comments now. Well, hello there.
Yes.
Hello, what are you up to all the way out here? I'm a fossil collector. I travel all over the world searching for new additions to my collection. This is my partner, Zigzagoon. Oh, you're so cute, but you're so cold. I just want to give you a sweater. You've got space in your hoodie, Tim. You could let Zigzagoon come inside. Just live inside the hoodie. Fossils, huh? Do you really think you'll find some here? Ha! Do you have any idea how incredible these ruins are? There are countless fossils buried around here, just waiting to be unearthed, and I intend to do just that. Wow, evidence of an ancient civilization and fossils? Sounds like the kind of place legends are born from. Furthermore, new research has confirmed that the construction of these ruins coincided with a huge meteor shower. Hundreds of meteorites are said to have fallen from the sky and landed here. Yes, here. Truly, these ruins are the stuff of legends. Well, I hope you're able to find some fossils. Thank you. Oh, and before I forget, do you happen to know of any Pokemon that are capable of breaking this boulder? There's something behind it. I can feel it in my bones. It might even be a fossil. I think what you're feeling in your bones is cold. Considering your Pokemon is shivering themselves to death. How is he not cold? He's in like what looks like really thin trousers, a shirt, and then a jacket. And don't tell me the facial hair is what's keeping him warm. My Zigzagoon usually helps me with this sort of thing, but the little fella's poor paws are frozen numb. We don't want to have trudged all the way out here for our fossil excavation just to be stopped by some nippy weather, you know? Yeah, I wish there was something we could do. Me too, but it's not like either of us can bust a big boulder like that. If we could just find a Pokemon strong enough to break the rock. I think you're kind of being selfish, dude. Like, this isn't just nippy weather for this Zigzagoon. I mean, look how floofy he is. And he's, like, shaking so bad. He's shaking like a leaf. Oh, he's sneezing now! You are neglectful. I don't know how it works, but wouldn't Zigzagoon be warmer if he was inside his Pokeball? Like, why don't you do that instead of letting your Pokemon freeze? You selfish man. You don't deserve that fedora, sir. You are a disgrace to that fedora. Leavani. Leaf Taylor. Leaf Taylor? Like Liv Taylor? I just got it. It just clicked. I just realised. It's Leavani. It looks kind of anxious. Do you think there's something wrong? Hey Leavani, did something happen? Leave. I see. It's worried because some Swadloons still haven't come home. Leavani's gone looking for them a lot already and can't find them anywhere. How cold it is here, I can see why Leavani's worried. If we find the Swadloon, let's tell them to come home. Good idea. Apparently there are 2 Swadloon missing. 2 of them? Got it. Okay, Leavani, leave those Swadloon to us. Don't worry about it. We can just look for them while we're conducting our investigation. It wants us to deliver these clothes to Swadloon when we find them because they're probably shivering in the cold. These are clothes for Swadloon? Yeah, Leavani can use their sticky silk to weave clothes out of leaves. Okay, got it, Leavani. We'll search for those Swadloon and deliver these clothes to them. So, you just sit tight and stop worrying. Maybe it can make clothes for all the Pokemon here that are shivering to death. Everybody's cold, help them out. This will be the Pokemon that can smash. Can it smash? Yes, it can. Okay. Monferno, Fiery Tail, Burning Spirit. That's a Monferno. It probably lives around here. It doesn't look too happy though. It doesn't like how cold it's gotten suddenly. Do you mind if we ask you some questions? About the snow.
Hey.
Snowfall is pretty rare here. This is the first time you've seen snow here when it's not winter? When did the snow start? A few days ago it says, right when some humans arrived. Suspicious. Clouds suddenly started to gather above the ruins and then it started to snow. It's really strange that the snow is only falling around the ruins though. Maybe we'll learn more if we pay them a visit.
Hey.
Can't you create fire, Monferno? I'd think that would help you deal with the cold. I think he's too cold to create the fire though. It's so cold that it's hard to heat up your flame. It says it might leave this area if this cold continues much longer. I guess it prefers warm places. I hope the weather gets better soon. Oh, that'd be sad if it has to leave its home because of how cold it is. Oh no, not you again with your quiz. Can I pick up all these fruit? Some yellow berries are growing here. They must be pinup berries. See, I don't know what those berries specifically do. I'm sure there's somebody that can tell us though in the comments.
Loader.
Leaf bobber Pokemon. But they can't go in the water because it's frozen. And their hearts aren't open. Those are Lotad. They're singing so cheerfully. Sorry to bother you when you're having so much fun, but do you mind if we ask you some questions?
Hey.
You three seem really happy. I take it you're not bothered by the cold? They said a little cold snap like this is no problem when they can sing. They want to hurry up and evolve because it's their dream to dance together. We should ask Ludicolo at the Hi-Hat Cafe to join them. Oh, that'd be so cool. They all evolve and they all dance together. Have you three always lived here? So you love it here because it's warm and has plenty of food? It's a shame the weather's like this now. Apparently they're just fine, but they're worried about the other Pokemon around here. I hope the snow stops soon. I hope we're able to stop the snow and help these Pokemon out. Ursaring! Exercise extreme caution. It's an Ursaring. You don't see those back in Rhyme City very often. You sure don't look happy, Ursaring. Is something wrong? You came all this way from a faraway bamboo forest with your Ursaring friend to look for food, but now your friend has been missing for days? I can see why it's worried. Let's help Ursaring search for its friend. Yeah, we may be in the middle of an investigation, but I'm worried about that other Ursaring. Do you have any information that might help our search? The last time you saw your friend, he was headed toward the ruins. Sounds like the other Ursaring may be inside. Okay, we'll let you know if we find your friend. They've been missing for days though, so maybe trapped inside? Or being held against their will? Something suspicious is happening. The weather is weird. An Ursaring is missing. Shit is going down. That was quite the hike. Hey Tim, there are a lot of Pokemon here that I've never seen in the city. Yeah, same here. But that Ursaring we just saw outside isn't native to this area. Maybe it came here looking for food. Say, where is Gordon anyway? Huh, it looks like someone's here. Oh, that's... Is this the professor?
Oh, what are you doing here?
Chris honor. Does he have honor, or is he a criminal? And his partner is Munchlax.
Yes.
Sorry to interrupt you during your work, Chris. My name is Rachel, and this is Tim. I'm a student of Professor Gordon's, and Tim here also attends Rhyme University. Oh, you're students. What brought you all the way out here? There's something we want to ask Professor Gordon about. We were hoping to talk to him. The professor? Oh dear. He entered the ruins 2 days ago, and well, as you can see, he hasn't come back yet. Can you not just go in? Whoa, what are you saying? Well, the professor always is like this. He is absolutely obsessed with his research in the ruins. I'm pretty sure he's deep inside them right now with his partner Slowpoke. As much as I wish I could check on him, there's some kind of trick to opening the door to the ruins. Well, it's quite obviously lift a Pokemon up above your head. It's literally on the door. You have to trip some sort of mechanism to open it, but I can't figure it out. We need to Pride Rock Pikachu. That's what we need to do. He usually makes it back without any issues. I'm sure he's fine. Hey, in case you haven't noticed, it's freezing. Can you really afford to be so carefree about this? I guess we have to figure out how to use the mechanism if we want to meet Gordon. Okay, Chris. We'll go look for Professor Gordon and his Slowpoke. You? I'm not sure that's the best idea. Don't worry, Tim and Pikachu are detectives, famous all over Rhyme City. Goddamn right. And this is why I said we should be wearing the badges, because it means we will be recognised. Our skills will be recognised. You're that Tim, the great detective. In that case, I'm a lot less worried now. Okay, leave the search for the Professor and Slowpoke to you. Just don't push yourselves. Right, first we'll investigate the entrance to the ruins. I won't be much help if I'm looking at the same things you are. I'll go look around the perimeter of the ruins. Thanks. Okay, let's start investigating the entrance. Okay, I just wanted to see if there's anything at the sides. There is a Pokemon here. Swadloon. Find safety in swaddling. It's a Swadloon. We can give it the clothes to keep it warm. That was one of the side quests. Looks like it didn't go home because it's too cold to move. Let's give it the clothes we got from Lavani. Swadloon. It looks a lot happier now. Now you can get back to Lavani, right? It seems really worried about you. You should hurry on home, okay? There were 2, I think? Pretty sure there were 2. Or was it 1? Oh, hang on. This is the only tree without any berries growing on it? What kind of tree is it? Just a generic beech tree, I guess. Or something. I only say beech because I've been playing a lot of Fae Farm. And that's like a basic tree, and Fae Farm is a beech tree, so that was the first basic tree that came to mind. That sure is a fluffy Pokemon. I wanna touch the fluff. I wanna touch it and see if it's soft like a cloud. Is it soft? What do you suppose grows on this tree?
Let me see.
Oh, shit! Oh, hello. I don't think he's happy that we've approached his tree, really. A Passimame? I have no idea if that's how you say that. Was in the tree. We woke you up from your nap. Sorry about that. Rude. So rude. It's been noisy around here lately because of all the strange visitors. Is it talking about the Professor and Chris? Maybe. Let's ask for some more details. Tell us about yourself. Do you live here? Apparently, Passamine and its troop have lived here a long time. It says they never have to worry about food because so many berries grow around here. So this is a pretty easy place to live, I guess. About the ruins. It says it's been seeing humans around here recently. Recently, were there no humans before? There we go. Humans used to live here a long time ago, but now they're a rare sight. And it only knew that humans used to live here because that's what its grandfather told it. If humans once lived here, it must have been a really, really long time ago. So, the stuff in the ruins has attracted the humans.
Hey.
Let's take a good close look at the figure on the door. Figure out the mechanism. Careful not to miss any details. Yeah, I know. Easy. Let's see. Where should we look first? Right in the middle.
Huh?
There's some sort of picture on the door. Yeah, it must be some kind of relief. Nice. Looks like a person holding up a Pokemon. Yeah, it does. Do you think it's a clue about the mechanism? Yes, I do. The tile right here has a design carved into it. What do you suppose this design means? I have no idea. I'm not an archaeologist. Damn it, I'm a detective, not an archaeologist. Fair enough, it might have meant something to Gordon though. I wonder.
Okay.
I think we checked everything that stands out. Yeah, we just gave the place a quick glance, but I think we got plenty to work with now. Have we though? They're faint, but I see some footprints on this tree. Judging by the shape, I'd say these are human. Not sure if they're Gordon's though. Someone must have climbed this tree, but why would they do that? But why? Well, we looked all around the door, but we still don't know how to open it. It looks like Chris was right. It won't open unless we activate some sort of mechanism. Time to deduce. What's the mechanism to get this door open? Even after investigating the area, we still can't figure it out. Makes sense. We're not archaeology experts, even. Archaeological? I think I could have said that as well, I suppose. I think we should use our own methods to solve this. What do you mean? Our detective skills, you know, conducting investigations, interviewing witnesses, all that jazz. Chris might know more about the ruins, and maybe someone saw Gordon open the door. But who? Oh, you mean the Pokemon who live here? Exactly. Let's go interview witnesses and see if we can round up clues. I don't need clues. It's literally on the picture. Can't we just, like, we have to get the evidence despite knowing how to do it?
Hey.
Okay, this just brings us back into checking again when I don't need to. This Munchlax appears to be Chris's partner. Ask you anything? Don't mind if we do. Ask about Munchlax.
Hey.
He says he is helping Chris, that's why he's here. What sort of help do you do? Your job is to eat a lot so there are no leftovers at the end of the day. That's not helping. Sounds like he's just a glutton. That's his job, is to be a glutton. Not a bad line of work though, is it really? About the Professor's Slowpoke. What's Gordon's partner Pokemon like? They say Slowpoke's always with the big man. It must mean Professor Gordon. Slowpoke is really nice and he sometimes lets you eat his tail. And his tail is sweet and delicious. Oh, that's so weird. Yeah, but my tail's grown back. Do you want to just eat it? Oh, it'll grow back again. It's all good, bro. You're my best friend. You can eat my tail. Seems like Slowpoke is pretty generous.
Hey.
Do you know what Gordon was doing when he entered the ruins? He was eating something while he investigated the ruins. Okay. He must have been in quite a hurry if he was snacking and researching at the same time. What did Gordon do after that? He was moving around strangely near the entrance? and he was acting so weird, a Pokemon up in the tree started laughing at him. So it wasn't just Munchlax and Chris that were watching the professor, that Pokemon saw him too. What happened after that? Which is the Passamane in that tree, isn't it? Next thing he knew, Gordon was gone. Let's ask him more about that other Pokemon.
Hey.
You said there was a Pokemon watching Gordon up in a tree. What kind of Pokemon was it? You don't know because you've never seen that kind of Pokemon before? Where did it go? He says it disappeared down that path to the left. It's always better to hear what each Pokemon has to say. Let's make sure we've talked to all of them. So do you think he ate a berry from one of the trees and it didn't affect him very well? It gave him a bad reaction.
Munchlax, is it true that you eat your own weight in food every day?
That's a lot of food.
Must be hard on Chris.
He was eating something. Professor Gordon was eating something while he investigated the ruins. Okay.
Tim!
What?
A bolt of... Oh, wait. Oh, no, never mind. Sorry. I thought I was gonna have a bolt of brilliance.
It's a bolt of nothing.
Guess it was just a false alarm. Sorry.
Thanks for wasting my time, Pikachu. A bolt of disappointment. Thanks again, Tim. Just let me know if there's anything I can do to help. Tell us about yourself.
Excuse me?
What are you doing here? I'm helping with the professor's research. I set up camp, search around the outside of the ruins, stuff like that. It's not uncommon for me to lose contact with the professor like this, but if I start working just because he's disappeared, I'll get in trouble with him later. Sounds pretty rough. Oh, I'm used to it by now. About all I can do at the moment is cook up some curry and wait for him. And there are so many berries growing around here, it's a great chance to try out different flavours. I'm not sure if the professor is too independent or if this guy is too easygoing, but either way, they seem to make a good pair.
Excuse me?
Can you tell us what the professor was up to before he disappeared? Sure, before he entered the ruins, he spent a lot of time wandering around near the entrance. Shortly after he went inside, I heard a rumbling, grinding sound. And when I looked over, the door to the ruins had closed. Do you have any idea what happened? Not really. I was busy making curry at the time, so I didn't actually see when the door closed shut. Gotcha. Thanks for your help. Okay, let's talk to Rachel. The professor has several assistants, but I heard that Chris is the most skilled. If even he can't figure out how to open the door to the ruins, it must be pretty difficult. I believe in you, Tim. Now let's figure out the trick to opening the door so we can see the professor. Right, let's go over to the left first. Okay, nothing new with that Pokemon. Alright, okay, you've got an exclamation mark. Ask about the professor.
Hey.
Did you see a human around here with a Slowpoke? You saw a human doing something in front of the ruins while you were up in the tree. What was he doing? He was trying to lift Slowpoke up in front of the door, but Slowpoke was too heavy to lift, so the human started climbing up the tree instead. Ha! How heavy is a Slowpoke? I mean, I suppose they are quite chunky, to be fair. Passamane also says it was laughing its head off watching them. The professor climbed a tree? What in the world was he up to? He was just trying to get inside. I'm really curious about what Passamane told us. You mean about Gordon climbing a tree before he entered the ruins? He must have had a reason. Passamane also said the professor tried to lift up a Slowpoke, right? Remember the relief on the door also depicted someone holding up a Pokemon. Do you think there's something on top of the door? It sure sounds possible. Let's go look up there. Maybe it's a switch for the door.
Just a little climb, no problem. Finally made it.
He's getting better.
Anything
All this
there?
exercise is helping.
Let me catch my breath first. That's no way to treat a Pokemon. This tile has the same design as the one down there.
What did you see on top of the door? There was a tile with the same design as the one on the ground by the door. Same design? Let's think back over what we know. Gordon climbed the tree before entering the ruins? Yeah, it must have been to open the door. Right, so there's got to be some sort of key or switch to open it. Have we seen anything that fits that description? Let's see, something like a key or switch? The tile with the unique designs. I could see that being a switch to open the door. Right, I think that's pretty likely. Let's try stepping on it. I felt something. It sank down a little bit when I pressed on it. It's definitely a switch then, but the door still didn't budge. There must be some other way to open it. Try to deduce how, Tim. I think maybe that's why you lift up a Pokemon, is you stay standing on the one lower down, lift up a Pokemon, and then they... I don't know, they maybe stand on the other one? Or you meant to lift the Pokemon to get to the other switch, so you're both standing on both switches. Did you figure out how to open the door? With two tiles may be switches that control the door. If both tiles are pressed, the door may open.
Oh.
There are two switches. Maybe the door will open if we press both of them. So you think Gordon climbed the tree to press the switch above the door? Yeah, and he had Slowpoke press the one below. And maybe all we got to do is press both switches. That's hilarious, because he couldn't lift Slowpoke. He had to climb up and press the other one. Slowpoke's just on the ground, being all like, Slowpoke. Okay, let's press both switches at once. You can press the one down here, Tim. I'll get the one up top. Thanks, Pikachu. I know I'm volunteered, but climbing trees is actually pretty tough.
Gotta climb up again.
Yes, you do. Do I have to do the minigame? Nope.
Okay, Pikachu, you press that one.
They should have kept the mini climbing game in.
Yep. Leave it to me.
And then I could be spiteful and let Pikachu fall.
Yes!
Yay! And we're in. Alright, now we can get inside. Let's go find the professor. Southern Ruins, let's go. We'll get to explore this place just a little bit because we've got like just under 10 minutes left of the episode. So this is what the ruins are like inside? Why is it so cold? Yeah, it's freezing in here. What's going on? I know it's snowing outside, but this still feels really unnatural. Snow outside, ice inside, I bet there's a connection. Do you think the professor's alright after 2 whole days in here? I hope so. We should probably hurry though. I'm not sure what we'll find in here, so I'll go scout ahead. Thanks, Tim. Okay, let's go find Gordon. Hopefully he's got some warm clothes on. Because if not, I think he could be in trouble. Looks like there might be a bit of a puzzle here. Looks like there are 3 different ways to go. Which way do you think the professor went? I feel like he went straight ahead. Like, that looks most interesting and inviting to me. With those statues. And what's this on the floor? There's something on the ground. It's a brand new handkerchief. Trevor Gordon. Professor Gordon's name is embroidered on it. Well, that's evidence. It's Gordon's handkerchief? Where could Professor Gordon have gone? Look for clues to trace his whereabouts. I don't see Gordon anywhere. Where do you think he went? We might be able to find some more clues. Let's investigate the area. Indeed, let's do just that. Oh, here we go. Here's the other one. It looks so cold. It's practically frozen. It must be too cold to walk back home. Let's give it the clothes Levani gave us. Nice. I think it was just 2 of these, so this should be a side quest completed as well. It looks better now. It can go home. Your mother's worried about you. You should hurry on home. Nice. Saved a Pokemon's life. Alright, we found both Swadloon. Want to head back now to make sure they made it home safe? Yeah, okay, I will. Just want to make sure that's cleared. Fully cleared, otherwise I'll forget. Looks like both Swadloon got home safely. It's thanking us for delivering the leaf cloves. You're very welcome. We saved its children! Glad to see you both look okay. Now don't go worrying Levani too much, alright? Nice. Did we go this way before? Yes, we did. Oh! You weren't there before, though. Clever. Innocent little startup. Oh my god, that was cute! What's a Clever doing here? It seems pretty cheerful despite the cold. Okay, there's no other options with that. I think I have to pick up these fruit, but I don't think it'll let me do it yet until I interact with these statues inside the ruins. Because they look like they're holding out their hands, and obviously something needs to be placed in the hands. It's going to be a simple puzzle, but there might be a specific order to the fruit, though. This looks like a statue of Passamane. What a weird pose. It's almost like it's offering something. Yeah, now that you mention it, that is strange. I wonder if there's some special meaning to it. Also, this statue has a slight scent to it. Really? I don't smell anything. That's because Pokemon are more sensitive to smell. Now that I'm closer to it, I smell something sour. Ah, right, okay, so yeah, the smell will indicate which one goes on which statue. There's a sweet smell coming from this one. And this one is... oh, footprints on the floor. It looks like someone was walking all around. Hello, Jose, how are you doing today? Some seem to be heading towards the wall, and others look like they're leaving the room. Gordon must have gone in and out of this room several times. There are so many footprints all over the place, I can't tell which way the professor went. Let me just interact with this. It's a Passamane statue. Something spicy. Okay. Let's interact with this. This wall looks different from the others. There's a relief of a Aegislash carved into it. What in the world could it mean? Hey Tim, look at the floor. There's some broken rock on the ground. There's a bit of broken stone, but I think that just could be general debris of the ruins. Jose, I'm playing Invisimals The Alliance. Thank you very much for the videos with the secret codes. No worries, happy to help. I wish they'd make a new Invisimals game. I keep saying this. They look like human footprints from the size I guess they were made by an adult male. You're right. But there's something weird about these footprints. I'll say the tip of the last footprint is cut off by the wall. He's gone through the door! He has definitely gone through the door. That doesn't seem possible though, does it? What could have happened? He will have done the statue puzzle and it will have opened the door. Please talk in English only. I don't know what you're saying.
Okay, let's start deducing.
And also, please don't spam. It is against both of the rules in the stream rules section. Okay, let's take a right here and see what's over this way. Oh! This rock seems a little different from the others. Yeah, it's definitely got a pretty strange shape to it. What do you suppose it's doing here? This is a Pokemon! I can't remember what Pokemon this is called, but it's definitely a Pokemon. I don't think I can do anything with it just yet, though, so let's take a left. Slowpoke! Oh, he's got a hat on too! Nice. More Pokemon needs to be wearing hats. Concentrated deliciousness in the tip of its tail. Is this the Professor's partner, Slowpoke? Easy there, Slowpoke. We're not your partner. Slow! He thought Mr. Go was back and now he's disappointed. He calls Professor Gordon Mr. Go? That's cute. It is cute, actually. Hey Tim. Looks like his feet are frozen solid. I think he's stuck. We can't leave him like this. But what can we do to help? What if we ask Rachel for help and then we try pulling him out together? Sounds like a plan. We might need a fire Pokemon though. Maybe. This is Professor Gordon Slowpoke, right? Yeah, I think so. But why is he frozen? We've got to help him real quick. It won't be easy with ice this solid though. Nope, it will not.
Don't worry, we'll pull you free.
3, 2...
Can we do it? Help, Slowpoke! Pull him out!
Almost there!
No.
Who said Slowpoke can't fly?
A little help here?
Oh.
Not funny, Rachel.
Come on, quit playing around. Wait, huh? Uh-oh. Isn't this Slowpoke's tail?
Oh no, I feel so bad!
Are you okay?
Oh no! His tail is off! Oh, it's not- oh, whose tail is that then?
I see. Your tail really
Oh.
grows back fast.
Okay, no, it grows back that quickly. I did not realise the Slowpoke's tail is like instant regrow.
Slow.
Oh, don't be sniffing it!
Slow.
Just put it down, Pikachu! Why? Mind you, it is meant to smell nice, isn't it? And taste nice. Looks like we managed to get him free. Thank goodness. Oh, I wasn't talking to you, Jose. Someone else came in and started spamming. It wasn't you, though. He says thank you for rescuing him. Alexandra came in, spamming in a different language that I couldn't read, and then spammed a load of emotes and posted the same thing 4 times. I'm really glad we could help, though you're heavier than you look. Did Slowpoke give you his tail just now? Nightbot? What are you even talking about? Nightbot's been quiet like for the whole stream, and then right now, at the last part of the stream, it's like posting all this stuff. Don't you know Slowpoke tails are good eats? You can't help but smile when you sink your teeth into one. You don't say. How'd you end up frozen anyway? In the world of Pokemon, it's just normal. That's why Pikachu was picking it up ready to like smell it and eat it, because it's just so normal, but that's just, ugh, that would give me the, ugh, no thank you. It happens so suddenly that you're not sure. What about your partner, Gordon? Where is he? You were asleep until just now, so you don't know? I wish I was that carefree. Well, that's too bad. So then, what do you remember, Slowpoke? Can you tell us anything at all? Tell us about yourself. Just to confirm, you're Gordon's partner, right? Just as we thought. So you came here to help with Gordon's research, and he always brings you along on all his research trips? What sort of things do you do to help the professor? You're good at spraying water. How is that helpful to Gordon? Okay. I guess we have to find that out. I see. Gordon brings you along instead of bringing a canteen. That's a good choice. Oh, I don't think I'd want to drink water out of a Pokemon's mouth. Okay. Why were you frozen? Apparently it happened so suddenly he was already frozen by the time he noticed anything was wrong. What was the professor up to when you got frozen? He says that Gordon had gone off somewhere, and when Slowpoke tried to follow, that's when he got frozen. He says he sat here wondering what to do until he fell asleep. Hard to believe he managed to sleep for 2 days in a place this cold. Where did Gordon go? Was Gordon with you when you entered the room? Okay, so they were together at that point? When did you and the professor get separated? Right after they reached this room, Gordon told Slowpoke to use his water to wash the dust off a mural. After Slowpoke did that, Gordon suddenly noticed something and rushed out of the room. A bit later, he heard Gordon call out in surprise from the next room, and then there was a rumbling, rocky sound. Slowpoke tried to hurry and catch up, but that's when he got frozen. And right after you got frozen, you heard that rumble again. So you heard the rumbling sound twice. What did Gordon notice? Do you have any idea what Gordon might have noticed? No dice. The murals in this room are really big. I bet there's a clue hidden somewhere in these murals. Okay. Thanks for all the information, Slowpoke. You've been a huge help. He has, actually. That conversation just sounded like a bunch of Pika-Pikas and slows to me. Still, they talked for a pretty long time. What were they talking about? Could you understand them, Tim? No, of course I can't understand them. Alright then, I'm going to stay here for a while and look after Slowpoke. I want to at least make sure he's okay. He was stuck in that ice for 2 days after all. Got it. Thanks, Rachel. In that case, let's get the investigation back on track. According to Slowpoke, Gordon noticed something when he looked at these murals. Then these murals must hold the key to finding the professor's whereabouts. We better take a close look at them. But on that note, it's time to save the game. I always like to do a double save. I don't know if anyone else does that, but I do. Well, it's been super fun. We've made some good progress today. We've finished the first case and now we're on the second one, which is the Fabled Aurora. So, yeah, very interesting game. I'm really enjoying it. I'm enjoying the deduction and just discovering what's going on. I'm finding it fun. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on the game so far in the comments section. If you're playing it, and you know, please avoid spoilers, obviously, but just let me know your thoughts on the game. Thank you to everyone that's lurked, hung out, chatted, and spent time today. I know we've had a lot of lurkers today, just chilling and enjoying the vibes and enjoying the stream, so thank you all very, very much. Thank you for watching the VOD if you're catching this later. I actually want to mention this now as well. I'm actually considering moving my streaming times because I've noticed more and more that people can't come to my streams earlier in the day. And I think it might benefit me to actually move my streaming times. I don't know when I'm going to implement this. I'm thinking about testing it on one stream next week. But I'm thinking maybe of going for like 6 till 9 or something. So it's still the same amount of time, but it's not... you know, it's not... like early afternoon, because 2 o'clock afternoon for most people is like super early for most of my viewership, so I am thinking of reverting back to a more later streaming time. I need to do something because viewership has fallen, so I've got to figure something out to try and bring more people into the lives. So yeah, I might be moving my streaming time, so if I do, look out for a tweet, look out for the scheduled stream and just double check the time. I don't know when I'm going to implement it. It could be as soon as next week, but I'm going to try and decide what time is best to move it to. and it'll probably just be one stream a week just to test it. So it'll either be a Friday or a Saturday, I think, will be the one that I move. So yeah, just keep an eye out is basically, I'm just giving you a heads up, really. So thank you all for watching. I'll see you on Discord, see you on Fansly. I almost said Fan House then. I'm not on Fan House anymore, I'm on Fansly. So do check out all the ways to support the channel. It goes a long way into helping me out. So I've done Fan House in the bloody chat. There we go. Fansly. That's the link. I'm on Fansly, not on Fan House. We've got loads of cosplays going up this month for Halloween, so do check those out. I've also got discounts for multi-month subscriptions, so check those out as well. We have Patreon for Discord access, physical and digital rewards, multiplayer, etc. It really helps the channel out. And we also have channel membership with emotes and badges for the live chat and the comments section. Plus direct tips and thrown wishlist items. There's some already on there, but you can also suggest gifts as well. So lots of ways to support. It really helps out massively. And thank you to everybody that is supporting via those methods. Love, love, love. And I will see you all tomorrow for some more Detective Pikachu Returns. I'm looking forward to continuing the case and figuring things out. So take it easy, everyone. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.